Because it's a rock. But I got to say, we just see Adrian and Lil Genuine do. I salute you. I salute you. Like, just your humble and stuff. I appreciate that. We need artists like you. That's it. At the bar.
Yeah, at the bar radio.
Yeah. You already know this the king of Philly, man. At the bar radio, man. You already know. Right.
Just know why with that chit chat, I'm on the road, cause this that plan and this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act Gilligan on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always trippin'. I been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimpin'. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that plane and this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that plane and this that get back. Yeah. Alright.
Hey, Tuna, you made this?
I'm all alone. I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that plane and this that get back. I'm all alone. I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that plan and this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act Gilligan on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always trippin'. I been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimpin'. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that plane and this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that plane and this that get back.
Oh, come on, man. I got family, I got kids, everything. Everything's upstairs in the closet, dog. Just take it.
Money. Money. I love that money.
Lucas.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. You don't really wanna play. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. You don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Just money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. Money, 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 make you shut your mouth. Don't never ever talk about it if you never had the clout. You don't know what to say, stay up out of my way. Cause money, 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 make me shut them off. Keep playing with these goonies, boy, I'm gonna have to make the call. Stay in bounds on your pivot, boy, if you gon' ball. Cause a lot of niggas be fake, and you really can't play. Cause we done got it out the mud, nigga, what you talking about? Screaming, oh my God, money got me pride. They living a lie, look into my eyes, they might seem surprised, this is homicide. We just multiply, we been on the rise. If we got some wings, fuck it, we gon' have to fly. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. Day in my life, take me a different route. And use all my case, niggas on my face. You can get erased, what you talking about? Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. You never crossing these borders. I'm whipping it up, Gordon Ramsay. I swear that I'm cooking these orders. You talk about me, you better just hope that you can just really afford it. I'm ballin', I'm ballin', I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm feeling like Robert Tahori. Nigga, I'm scoring. I count in the morning. They talk about me, then I gotta ignore it. My bitches be foreign. So independent, my money be corporate. These raps is boring. You hate me and I'm always gonna adore it. I'm smoking that soaring. She always go ahead and let me explore it. I call her my Dora. You can go and talk about me, I ain't flawless. I go put my all in. If a nigga talk about me, then I'm gone in. You know that I'm gone in. Jump in, take trips, Pompeii. All day, always keep 3 stacks like Andre. I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it, man. And you can never, ever, ever get rid of that. So watch what you say, and watch how you do. If you playing the game, then you play by the rules. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about.
Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? At the Bar Radio, we in the building, we in the building.
What's going on? Another Sunday fun day, baby.
Uh-oh. You must got a lady watching. Your voice done switched to Parkbury White.
I've been drinking since early, so it's going to get wild today.
Oh, help me.
And I haven't got a cup in front of me yet, so I got this bottle. So I don't know, it might get wilder with that bottle looking right there.
The bottle looking sexy to you?
Nah, it's kind of crazy. I don't know what's in there.
It's summer watermelon.
So that's vodka.
Ciroc.
So vodka. So
Yes,
white.
it's vodka.
White liquor.
Why
So-
did you write? Ain't that what you said? That's how you live your life.
White-
You like white women, but don't like white liquor.
Yeah, white women and white liquor get me in trouble.
See?
But I still keep going back.
Mm-hmm.
If you call,
If you calling you.
call
CP3. How was your week? How was your week, CP3?
No, it was hot. That's all. It was hot and humid as a son bitch.
As a what?
As a son bitch.
Oh,
That's how bad it was. Like I was down south.
This how the show about to be.
Yeah, as a son bitch, man.
Wow.
I was out there on the block trying to,
On
sell
the
some-
block? What?
That's what we call it in sales when you're on the block. We on the front
Sure.
line.
Uh-huh.
That's what we call it. We on the block trying to, sell some cars, wait for customers to come in. And it's, we looked at the
So your salesmen are all ex-drug dealers?
That's what we call
That's
it.
what we call
Yeah.
Something about dealership slang, we on the block trying to sell some cars.
Oh, you got dealership slang? You got code words? Dealership? Bruh, that don't sound like a car dealership.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Gang of car sellers. We roll deep, man.
Let me get a quick shout out to Nadia. She's watching us right now. Salute the Songbird. But go back, continue with your on the block / car dealership story.
It's on the block and it was hot outside. The block is hot.
The block was hot.
Did you play? Was any trap music playing?
No, they wasn't allowed to trap.
Oh,
Was it your headphones?
I had my earbuds.
I knew it.
I had some
Slanging cars.
I had some Jeezy playing, some motivation.
Oh, it was snowing.
So let me get this right. You call it the block.
It was snowing.
And you're playing Jesus.
Sometimes you need that motivation, man. You gotta get that hustle. You gotta get that hustle. Well,
the block was hot. So
Yeah, the
you
block
was like,
was
I
hot.
need to start
Play the
snowing.
role, yeah. Turn the snow in.
My God.
Just try to sell some cars, man. Trying to stay out of trouble, have some fun.
It didn't sound like you were trying to stay out of trouble.
Well, I was, man. I sold some cars, so that's a good thing. Just keep on trying to sell.
It ain't sound like you were selling cars. I mean,
I made some good money though.
We sure. Stacks was involved, apparently.
Yay.
I mean, I never thought of Jeezy as car salesman music. That's just me. That's just me.
Motivation comes from anywhere.
Okay. So that's the story. You sticking to it?
Yeah, man. Sometimes it's
Okay.
Jeezy, sometimes it's Isaac Hayes, sometimes
Keep that in mind when you book your flight to Waldorf.
Yeah.
That the car salesman
Is on the block.
they on the block. That's in the GC.
We trying to get you
Making
the
it
best
snow.
deal. We trying to get you the best deal, baby. We trying to get you that uncut. I mean,
Oh, Lord.
we trying to get you that
Mr.
uncut
Snowman.
deal. You ain't gonna get nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just trying to sell some cars. That show make some moves. We got football season has officially started. Got preseason football.
Yes.
Had the Washington football team playing New England last Thursday.
How they look?
They looked okay for the first game against live competition against other than your teammates. There was some good, there was some bad, but
You said other than your teammates.
yeah, because in practice that's only play against only practice against the first time they get against live competition against other than people their own teammates. So it was a good game. We saw a lot of positives from the offense, moved the ball. They had over 224 passing yards. They had over 140 rushing yards. Jared Patterson, the undrafted free agent, the only one they signed, running back from the University of Buffalo, led the team in rushing and receiving. He definitely has put himself in a good position so far, so much to the point that the team cut Lamar Miller, the running back that they signed last year at the end of the season when they had injuries to Antonio Gibson and J.D. McClissick. He didn't really get into play, but he was still on the roster. They re-signed him, but I guess with Patterson's performance, they give him Lamar Miller a chance to go get picked up somewhere else. That's what they do with the veterans. They're not going to wait till the last week of this preseason to cut him, make it harder for him to get a job. They'll cut him early in the season so they can somebody else, another team, pick him up, and they have a chance to maybe get a job somewhere else in another team.
Right.
They also who else did they cut today? They released Kelvin Harmon, 2018 draft pick. I believe he was a 5th round draft pick, wide receiver. Had a lot of potential. He had a decent rookie season. Was going to everyone was expecting to take the next step in his sophomore season, and unfortunately he got hurt in preseason and never got a chance. And with the depth at wide receiver, with them drafting players and signing free agents, they're giving him a chance to get picked up by someone else. They said he was looking pretty good in camp. We thought he had good potential. Dujan and myself, we raved about him when we did our report on the draftees that they had 2 years ago, but unfortunately he missed that whole season, and the team addressed the wide receiver position as they needed for a long time, so they also let him go. We'll be breaking down the game in more detail tomorrow night. I still got to touch base, but I should have Big Hurt back on, and I'll be touching base with Dujan there to see if we can get him on, have a little preseason roundtable. I know we normally don't do that, but we didn't have preseason last year, family, we just missed it.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna see if we can get a roundtable. It's gonna be a shortened show. Robbie's out of town. Nats are not really worth talking. I don't even know if they won a game this week. I have to check. And
They didn't win today.
yeah, they didn't. I think they got swept by this series with the Braves. I think they lost all the other games early. So I'm not sure. I have to check.
And they're close games, too.
Yeah, I mean, they still have talent, but they have a lot of young talent in the other opposing teams that they've been playing. Have been division teams, so
Right.
they know the team pretty well, and they're taking advantage of the youth and inexperience on the field.
Yeah.
And Juan Soto can't carry the whole team by himself anymore, especially when the cupboard is a lot more bare than it was 2 weeks ago. So I'm not mad at them. They did what they had to do. They have a couple of diamonds in the rough. Josiah Gray had another good performance this past week. He did take the loss, but I don't think he took the loss, but he didn't get the victory. But he's a top 40 prospect. We spoke about him 2 weeks ago. And I mean, you see progress, but still had issues with pitching. Patrick Corbin, he hasn't looked at like himself at all this season. And yeah, so it's not really too much to talk about in next talk, but we're gonna break down and recap the week. It'll be an abbreviated session, trust that. And definitely gonna talk some Washington football team. Might get some boxing in soon. I was checking out some matches last night. Me and Paul, the boxing guy, was texting back and forth during the fights. So still on the look out for that. And
That little nigga got knocked the fuck out last night.
oh, actually, that was the third knock. That was only in the second round. The first round he got knocked down in like the first minute, and that one looked a little fluke because it was a delayed knockdown. Then the second one was just a
I
hell
feel
of
like
a.
his heart went in that.
I mean,
That's why
he was
that's
overmatched.
why he came down.
I thought he was doing the stinky leg when he got
Well,
that shit was terrible.
yeah, Vasquez, he actually started out 11-0. In his last 5 fights, he's 1-3. He's 1-4 now after taking that loss. So he's going through a little rough patch in his career right now. But yeah, the dude Warren, he told him that he's going to come out aggressive. And they said that's my first time seeing him fight. Paul, knew who he was. And,
Yeah.
Yo, he hit him so hard, I think that nigga mama felt it.
Bruh,
I think his mama like, well, damn, I big fella.
that joint went to like a
That shit
shockwave
crucial.
to his body, and he went to a whole different sport. He was boxing and looked like he went swimming and shit.
You know what?
That like I had to rewind it, man.
That should make you try gymnastics next week. Like, you know what? I'm just boxing is just not for me.
Maybe gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
That was almost as bad as that Tank Davis knockout of.
That shit was crucial.
Yeah, when he took his soul, he saw the punch, his whole body just like died right there in the ring. It was bad.
Oh my goodness.
And the second fight was another crazy fight. Gary Russell Jr. It's like 5 of them. That's local from Capitol Heights. I'm still mad that I missed the chance to get an interview. He was actually came in the Lowe's when I was working in there. And before I could get to him and get in my car to holler at me, I had to roll out the store. Damn it.
Yeah.
But he had a fight with Garcia or something. But their fight ended 15 seconds into it because of an accidental headbutt. But it was so bad that it caught him on the bridge of the nose. And he had a cut right there, and it looked like it might have broke his nose. So that fight was ended in the main event.
Okay, I got you.
Try to pronounce his name. But that fight was the
I got
championship
to
fight
answer
to me
you
was
back in a little bit. I'm asking on the air.
12 round waste of time. He lost Paul, I forgot the guy's name. Paul was from the African guy, and he has a unique style, and it didn't do him no good last night because it was a boring 12-round fight. I had it on the second TV with no sound. So that's how bad it was. But we'll talk about that. And we'll have some other stuff going on. We're going to definitely get some more in-depth coverage with the Washington football team. I'm working on trying to get Brian Mitchell on, reach out to Julie Donaldson again to see if we can get her on again this season. I know things are real busy for her right now with the preseason ramping up and all the stuff she has going on in Ashburn. So, you know, I'm gonna be patient, see if we can make this thing work, get her back on for a second season.
All right.
And trying to make things happen. You know.
Good.
Cool. So, Lady Antoinette, what you got going on?
I ain't been trapping this week. It has been hot.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Man. I mean, well, I missed you guys last week. I was down 95 South a little bit at the beach, a family function. Why you look at me like that?
Some folks would like to get out of town too, but they can't.
Okay, well, so first of all, I used to live down there. It's a little different. My connection with that area.
You know when you say the beach, he gets
but
salty because you remember all the lost
in the
kids.
city. I was literally in Virginia Beach, so.
That's my home away from home.
Okay, but that was my home, so it's like I gotta go down there often.
You know he has lost kids down there. He's trying to find them.
Right. I was trying maybe while I was down there, I was trying to find your kids. You know.
I mean, it's a slim possibility. Might have possibly something.
But I didn't find them.
I know, because I told you my pullout game is spectacular.
No. You just said it's a possibility.
I mean, anything's possible.
But since I know the inner workings of Virginia Beach, you know, I was in town. I went to Norfolk State.
I'm saying that's what you were looking at.
Oh no! You need me to look at Norfolk State?
No.
I think so.
I mean, because that's like on the other end of 264.
Yeah, I know. I used to be over
Damn,
there.
nigga, you was
No, because one of Dirk baby mothers stay over there, and I was.
And you was banging one of her friends?
No,
Oh, we talked about this before because I was concerned because I was letting you know that it's a high school right here.
Nah, I checked ID back.
Yeah.
I got one time. I didn't know she was only 17.
No, I didn't.
I was only 21.
Still.
Yeah, we about to get
It
you
only happened, it only happened one time. Once I found out I didn't have any contact.
CP3.
Hey, look. I was led astray.
Led astray.
You're always the victim.
I'm just saying, all right, you get pulled over by a female on a Thursday night at 2:00 in the morning.
Here we go. We gotta go through this story.
I'm just saying, but you think that she's in high school?
No.
Thank you. I should have checked. That was before I started checking.
But was you out and about when you was in high school on a school night?
Not at 2:00 in the morning. Hell no.
You weren't?
Nah. Mom and dad were going for that shit.
Okay.
And I was playing ball, so yeah.
You was trying to be on the straight and narrow.
Exactly.
And then it just all fell apart. Yeah.
Once the injury happened, scholarship was gone. Like,
what in the world? That's what we need to do. Post Malone. Fall apart. That's your song right there. Right there. That's what it is. But no, I was in Virginia Beach. Came back. It was late. Traffic was ugly. So that's fine. Always. But this week just been chill.
Which way did you come back? 95?
Yeah, because it was late. No, I come back 95, especially if I'm by myself and it's dark. I'm gonna come back 95.
Take 301.
I'm not taking 17.
No, I hate 17 too.
Right, but even if I take 301, that's still not.
You can get on the Kings and me.
I am no. It was traffic before then. It's like, what do you mean?
That's what I always do to divert, because normally the traffic hits right after dogs.
No, as soon as I get from 295 to 95,
that's when it got.
Yeah, it was traffic because they're doing construction all throughout 95, and they'll shut it down to like 1 lane.
So that's what.
So that's fine. And then
that's what you do. That's not jump on 301 and take back.
There you go. And next weekend, hopefully, traffic won't be somebody singing to you. Or you better not.
You better get on key.
It just sound like a dog yodeling.
But no, next weekend, hopefully I'll be able to come back on time since there's so much traffic. I got a wedding in South Carolina, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh,
Yeah, she not. No, you need to help your baby mama.
She twisted.
That sounds like your speech right there.
No,
might be drunk. Yay. But
no woman, no crack.
after next week, I am staying put until November. Don't do that. You
So-
are so shady.
Yeah,
So you know, on the 28th and the 29th, we'll be in Richmond for the comedy show.
Right. But I mean, I can be with you guys.
Okay.
Outside of, So there you go.
So I had today was actually a good day.
Today was a good day. I
Yeah,
like
actually-
you. Go ahead.
We actually got the
double.
no, we didn't get the triple double, but we got the feature done with the up and coming artist Money Mall, the Renegade.
Fine.
I actually got it queued up, so I may give y'all a sneak preview to hear it. We still gotta get it really mixed, but the joint turned out to be hot.
Yeah.
Originally we were supposed to be in the studio at 1:00, and it changed to 3, and that's why the show started.
Yeah.
You know, dealing with artists. Other than that, I mean, just getting that stuff done was a lot of work. But the song actually turned out pretty good. Renegade actually bought he bought his producer. And the funny thing is, when we was going to the studio, he went to the studio, and then the producer's like, "Man, this is so-and-so studio. Man, I've been wanting to get here for a while." I was like, "Well, it's what happens when you roll with us." And Money Mall comes in. He's like, "I was trying to send the beat we wound up using." He was like, "I was trying to send it to Money Mall." I was like, "Once again, this is what happens when you're around, because you just never know who we know."
Networking is a thing.
You never know what's going to happen with opportunities. I don't necessarily throw neon flashes for opportunities. What I will do is like, yo, I may tell you, well, so we doing this date. It's up to you to follow through. If you don't follow through,
Right.
So I'm about to. You want to hear the song? Or you want me to wait?
You got clearance to play the song.
I am the clearance to play the
Okay.
song.
That's the only thing we want to make sure. And anybody listening, that we do want to make sure
So-
stuff like that. I know that's fine.
So we're not
I
gonna.
wanted to say-
So the thing is, this is the rough mix. So we actually gonna get it mixed a little bit better,
Okay.
because we just came out of the studio probably about an hour ago.
Right.
But it was fun building session, and then also I was talking to Money Mall, and I was like, yo, I know that you're busy. This. Let's set up a interview date. So I'm gonna shoot him some dates for September. And I was like, I can do a video interview, and make it easy on you. And he was like, fuck that. I want to come in the studio.
There you go.
So I was like, all right, well, let me shoot some days in September.
Stipulation, you gotta mention the video girl.
You know what?
I'm just thinking in advance, all right? Shit.
That's not a stipulation. That's just your wants.
Bro, he got something. He got something else that you like.
There you go. Something else.
I got that.
No.
He got that from California.
Get that. I need the video girl. Tell them bring both. Fuck it. I fire the girl up and fire it. Fuck it.
And when would this be?
So we're gonna work on the date. So
Because
Well,
this one right here
it is
fancy.
So I know.
Bring it out of town, bring the town to in town.
Bring the town to end time. That sounds really nasty.
Oh, that's him all the way.
Wow, took a while.
So I'm about to play this joint. This is called Goat,
Okay.
and people are working.
All right.
A nigga gon' get it, we gon' start the day. Got a comfortable, go put that pump in your face. Ain't giving fucks cause I'm beating the case. Niggas be acting, that shit really stays. Don't care what you buy, I be stuck in my ways. Be stacking chips, take a dick with these lays. So on the move and ain't leaving the trace. I got that drip and I'm leaving the way. No corona, but that mask on my face. If I'm going broke, then I back up the weight. Clip up this 9, that's that new 48. Bite the hand that feed me if they touch my plate. Look at my schedule, it take up my day. But you fuck around, you find where you lay. Fuck your register, open the safe. Have you hurt and taking shots like I'm Clay. Leave your chick alone like she was a stray. Got that shit on like I'm wearing a brace. Got these feds like I'm doing a race. Shine on them, then they throwing you shade. Give you broke advice, they knowing you paid. Then they bugging till you spraying a braid. Young nigga, and I do got it made. Pussy niggas better go count your days. I'm a young nigga, I never go broke. Always been that dude that gave him hope. Living this life, I tell you, it ain't no joke. Nah. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am a GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. I'm just getting started on paving my way. I'm thinking about making a meal every day. Ain't talking food, already got me a plate. I'm making a meal on bags and crates. Wanna go to the hills and better my days, but I'm stuck in the hood with killers and caves. It's okay cause I told you I'm working on paving my way. Living that life, it was tragic. I'm really a superstar, no you can't catch me in traffic. Catch me in traffic, I'm blasting. I'm the one with all the blue hunters, young nigga having. Niggas can't copy the fashion. Rockin' Celine with the fear God, this a new fabric. Do it for August of passion. Came a long way, now I'm shopping, I used to be crabbing. Fuck her to leave, I'm dipping and dabbing. I ain't got no time for the bitch doing the most. I'ma slide in that ride of a large to go. In Miami to kick it with bras on the boat. I get that check, then I go. I'm a tier 1 nigga, I'm labeled to go. Try and reach for this ice, I'ma make niggas float. Come and see if you want, bet I let niggas know. I'm a young nigga, I never go broke. Always been that dude that gave him hope. Living this life, I tell you, it ain't no joke. Nah. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am a GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT.
Yeah, it's just a rough mix though, so you gotta, actually properly mix it down.
Yeah.
Right.
But
It was alright. I like the beat, like the track, like the energy on the joint.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
He always high energy.
yeah, definitely. So
Nice track.
yeah, we probably gonna shoot a video for it.
Yeah. You should. You should.
He done with number 2.
I bet.
You can just stand there and be security. Huh?
He just wants to pat down the females.
Yeah,
Body cavity search.
exactly. Should smuggle.
I'm gonna just be quiet. You know
You
what? See, this is what I'm talking about, right?
I'm about to go get me a beer.
What? This is what happens when your co-host drunk.
So Hillary Ben, send your songs for radio play. Why would we be sending our songs if we're a podcast that's playing independent music?
Because she's not talking that. She's talking to our viewers.
You dumb fuck.
See, people like to advertise on other people's posts.
I know.
And so
You don't do that shit here.
you want to just delete her comments?
Well, it's in one of those things where I can't because it's in one of those groups because it wasn't done on my particular page. But I can hide her comment and I can tell her that she can definitely go play in traffic with her eyes closed.
Yeah, I don't. When people do that, it's just riding on other people's coattails.
Yeah, because you don't want to put in work. So then you want to ride on other people's coattails because you don't want to put in work. Like
Yeah.
that's the crazy and sad part about it. You know.
Y'all should see CP3. It's like he's like a crackhead looking for his next fix.
I
Like,
see.
are you okay?
Are you okay, CP3?
The box kept the refrigerator open.
So I don't know if y'all remember this, but it was a Wu-Tang affiliate, 12 o'clock. He was part of the Brooklyn Zoo with Old Dirty Bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his cousin Murdoch was shot and killed this week. They were in, I believe, Portland. Yeah, they was in Portland.
They shooting out.
Yeah, apparently they are.
Shooting everywhere.
So
I mean, but that's Portland.
yeah,
That's what the crazies was at too. Remember?
so
Doing the Trump stuff.
Yeah.
so unfortunately they were. I remember him being part of the Brooklyn Zoo of Old Dirty Bastard album.
Right.
And he had performed with Wu-Tang on a couple of shows. And I know this made the news So I was at Top Golf yesterday.
Of
So
course you were. That's your spot.
yes. So earlier this week at Top Golf, there was a shooting.
Again?
Not the same shooting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So you know, and the crazy thing is, I work with somebody who I work with was related to the guy that got shot. So apparently they didn't catch the female who actually did the shooting, but she went to go shoot.
It wasn't me.
And you say.
Right.
So she went to go shoot her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. But he jumped in. That's a lot of love. 'Cause I don't know if I'm jumping in front of both.
But I ain't found her yet.
Right, because he know who she is.
Exactly.
But
I mean, she might be hiding out.
I mean, she could be hiding out. I mean, you know, I'm sure there's cameras.
Yeah, I mean,
but I mean, he knows who she is, so it's not a secret. But she probably just hiding out. They just ain't caught her.
I never understood that. It ain't worth it.
But what happens to people like beating up somebody? You know what I mean? Like, what happened to throwing their hands? You're right. But if you got an issue, like back in our day, an old ex-girlfriend and a new girlfriend, if they have words or issues with each other, you see them fighting.
I never had that.
You ain't have no female. I'm not saying you in particular, but I'm saying like if you ever heard a story,
I've seen
you would see them fighting. Chicks be busting off, but like, okay, yeah. Not at the if you want empty a clip for something, you're not about to do that over some dude.
Yeah. I mean, that's the craziness. Yeah. So, Lady Internet sent me some crazy shit to happen. Because last night it was supposed to be last night there was a flood. I don't know what club this is. It made the Shade Room though.
Right, made the Shade Room.
But it was a club in Alexandria. I woke and I know it to be true because I had a flash flood going on both my phones.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah.
So there was a flash flood. So it had to be it was a flash flood. It had to be probably in the Old Town area.
That's what I was thinking, but most of Alexandria can flood.
Or it could be the spot on the west side too, but I don't really.
Well, it said Alexandria on Shade Room, but I saw another post. Somebody said somewhere in DC, so it was definitely in the DMV area.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it probably was Alexandria.
It looked like Alexandria.
Right, but regardless, flash flood. It looked like a raging river.
So the dude tried to do the noble thing, and he had his girlfriend on his back, and he tried to walk across the flood.
Through the flood. River.
Mind you, wearing skinny jeans. So you already know he's a skinny nigga.
He was little. She was little too.
They were both little.
Yeah,
but
the skinny jeans ain't got nothing to do with it, dog.
You got skinny jeans, you got skinny legs.
Let me
you
be
saw
real.
how fast that water was going.
Skinny jeans ain't got nothing to do with it.
A lot of dudes wear skinny jeans and they not skinny. So let's be real, okay?
All the skinny niggas.
But that kind of gives you his mentality, maybe, or how young he may be. But it was a bad idea. And the way she fought him at one point in the video, it was probably his idea.
Yeah.
Definitely know it was his idea.
But the sad part was there's no way I'm gonna let the big nigga pick my girl up like that.
Yeah, let's tell the video. Okay, so the dude walking with the girl on his back, right? And that raging river took his legs out. Okay, so you can imagine, awful. They rolling through the water, flipping upside down, her little weave wet, her booty showing, they about to hit cars that are parked, all bad. And then here come big strong man that's like, okay, dude was probably like 160, right? Big strong man, about 240.
Yeah.
Big, and then he just walked in, saved the day, picked old girl up, carried her like a baby. She had her legs wrapped around him, arms wrapped around him, and dude just walked off. But old boy was walking next to him trying to hold the old girl's hand, trying to hold his girlfriend's hand while some other man that's, swept your boo out. And yeah, it was a bad look. And I felt like their relationship swept away with the river. I don't think that she is his girlfriend no more. She got a new boyfriend.
Yeah, definitely. My thing is, I mean, they tell you. You watch the news. Flash floods. Do not, and they say this in the car.
Yes, right.
So if they tell you don't do it with a car, why in the hell are you gonna try to be Superman and think you can walk through that shit?
They had to have been drunk.
And if they're coming from the bar, that makes it even worse because you know that's the drunken decisions. And that leads to
but booty was all in the air the whole night. She did swing on him and everything.
But the thing about it was though, he got really close. He was almost there. I was rooting for that nigga.
Yeah,
but I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
like I rewatched the video to see if the ending would change.
Okay. To be honest, I watched it many times. Okay. That's who we need to get on the show. We need to get them two on the show. Because that was bad. I have questions. Like, were y'all both drunk?
I'm gonna take this girl.
You know, she already taken.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She come in with him and she about to get taken.
The way she swung on him, you knew their relationship was done.
She probably told him, "Don't do it." He's like, "I got this.
I got this. I got you. Get on my back."
I want you to be like, "No, like, all right, you're right. I'm stupid."
Yeah, that's why I think they were both.
Obviously,
obviously,
there's no brains in that relationship. So, on another note, on a really wild note, Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, is being sued by his sexual assault accuser.
Yep.
So, back in 1994, he was convicted for sexual assault, I believe. Attempting rape convicted of attempting rape in 1994. The suit alleged the couple harassed her and tried to bribe her for recent rape claims. So now she's suing them. And also, I think he has to serve a little bit of time because when they moved to California, he didn't register as a sex offender.
But her claims now, she's accusing both of them of harassing her, the whole nine. And I'm like, she's a victim from years ago. Why would you be doing that?
Yeah, that's
weird.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj's husband. And if you think back, Nicki kind of is surrounded by that type of culture.
Ain't that the one that's supposedly had a statutory rape charge or something? Or raped somebody or something?
Yeah, but that's not the only person in her life that had that charge.
Father too or something?
Or brother.
Her brother had
her
charge.
brother. And this is her husband.
But he had the charge. He served his time.
Yeah. I did. The child.
Yeah. Sex offender.
Sex offender, right? But when they moved to Cali, he didn't
register,
which you have to do in every state.
She just gave me the pussy.
You know what, Nicki Minaj though? I feel like Nicki come with way too much.
I don't really like her. I do.
You just want to smash something.
I ain't get some of the money.
That don't mean you won't get the money.
Oh
my. Did you say
he the type that's gonna be like, you can't leave me, I'm pregnant.
You can't just do that. We gotta talk this out.
I'm pregnant and I'm gonna take you to court for child support. Bruh, what? So I feel like that concerns me though, that you turn around and some of the closest people to her are involved in these scandals and charges, criminal, sex offenders. Like what?
Yeah. That
was concerning to me when I found out his past. I was like, chick, why are you're constantly in close proximity with men who do this.
She better never rap battle Remy Ma again.
Yeah, Remy gonna spill everything.
Yeah.
Well, she kind of already spoke up.
About the brother.
I feel like, I knew about the brother before Remy said it.
I didn't.
Yeah, I heard about that a long time ago. Before Remy came out with her track, but I feel like Remy ain't even spill it all. I feel like Remy knows a lot more.
Oh yeah, she definitely does. She definitely does.
And then Meek knows a lot.
Yeah. So Meek Mill actually received a Mandela Award for his help with prison reform.
Right.
That's a really good look for him.
Well, his whole case was kind of weird, and when I looked further into it, because I kept hearing when he first got locked up, I heard everybody was like, he don't need to be locked up. I was like, well, what you mean? What happened? And it was on some food stuff. So
Yeah.
I get it.
He was a big name. He just wanted some stuff.
No, it was he's
From the original case. Like, he was still on, they basically locked him up for stuff from the original case.
Yeah, and it wasn't
like,
it was silly.
It was like, yo, he was doing wheelies, and it was like, oh, well, you broke your probation. Lock his ass back up.
As I said, they're gonna look for a reason because of his name. He on probation or whatever. He does anything.
But I feel like I think that what the issue was is that he wasn't. He shouldn't have been on probation that long. That was the issue. His initial charge was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's what we tend to find out about young Black men in this country, you know. So that's the reason why a lot of people spoke up. And now that he had that platform, he was able to speak out and raise awareness of his case, because when he got the first charge, he wasn't that big, obviously.
Yeah.
His sentencing, he wasn't that big. So he was literally an average Black man in America, and an average Black man in America, we know a lot of times in the judicial system, they get done dirty. And so it came back on him when he already had a certain status. So that, you know, shed light to the a common problem, which was good.
So before we go to this little quick video break, we talked about this before. In America, I hope y'all are happy. Jamie Spears has agreed to step down as the conservator over Britney Spears.
As one of the conservatives.
Yes.
I don't know why Jamie was. No, real talk. I don't know why Jamie was.
So.
Like, Jamie, why you involved? You know, assistant. Like, I mean, real talk. I do think Britney did something needs to be done about her. Did I send y'all one of her videos? It's sad.
Yeah.
Like, Britney's gone.
But this is what we talked about the first time, correct?
Mm-hmm.
When we talked about, you know, mental health, and for her to be in that position means that a downward spiral had to happen, and someone stepped in to stop the spiral from crashing.
Right.
And once we moved all these safety nets, what is really going to happen to her? Because all these people that free Britney, it's all cute till you end up like Amy Winehouse.
Mm-hmm. So Britney is no longer here, and so
then we RIP Britney.
Right. Now, if it's not her father, then who? Because at the end of the day, you may not agree with what her father is doing, but you have to understand something has to be done when it comes to Britney.
They probably put somebody else in place just to remove him.
No, they're trying to say that, oh, nobody should have that, and Britney's her own person. When they say free Britney, they're not just saying, oh, because it's her father. It's the fact that someone else has control over what she does.
It's.
I mean, at this point, fuck it. We gotta let, because that's why this society is the way it is now. Because we're always trying to say some people are destined to go up in flames,
and Britney will if nobody.
And that's what happened. Unfortunately, some people are meant to live that life to go down in flames, to have the success, fame, and then lose it all. You can't save everybody.
And he was a child star, and real talk, we've seen so many child stars
crash and burn.
And we, you know, we look at it like somebody should have stepped in. Well, guess what? With Britney, somebody did step in.
And now we're complaining.
Exactly.
I know they complain.
Yeah, they're complaining because.
And that's their family business, real talk. I feel like this, you know, we grew up in the era where certain things ain't my business. If her daddy got control over her estate, her money, whatever, that's not my business.
Just like she talked about that, she wanted that I guess they gave her a thing where she couldn't have more kids or whatever. That was one of the stipulations. And she said that she wanted to have more kids, but she's not even taking care of the kids that she have now.
Right. Right. She lost them.
To a backup dancer.
To their daddy.
Who was a backup dancer. Who was her.
No, not dancing like that. You was not going to be you.
Practice small.
Who his job was being employed by their mother.
Right. That's true. And who he already had a celebrity wife at the time. And then he left her
to go with Britney.
Yeah. And yeah.
So
it's wild.
It's one. This is not a normal life. We can all agree on that.
Well, I mean, real talk. Brittany's not a normal girl.
Exactly.
Brittany was on top of her game for a while, a long time.
Yeah.
You know, she started off as a Disney star. Unfortunately, in that era, a lot of child actors and actresses, they had bad experiences and they couldn't handle that growing up, and they messed up. They're messed up. We know a few. And Brittany, I feel like Brittany does have some mental issues going on. I'm not sure exactly what she was diagnosed. I think it came out, which is like a HIPAA violation, but whatever. But Brittany, something needs to be done. Something needs to be in place so that she doesn't, because we're going to see a tragic ending if her dad is allowed to just step back or forced to just step back.
Yeah, I mean, I think she would wind up running through her money. I think she would wind up.
Well, she was doing that.
Like I said, there's rhyme and reasons why stuff was put in place. Yeah.
Wow. Why you gonna go visit her? You gonna go take care of her? But she did have a man. I don't know if she's still with that guy. But real talk, I have been following her. I don't know when I started following Brittany. It had to be years ago. But she'll occasionally on my Instagram, and I'm like, whoa, Brittany ain't right.
Yeah.
And it's getting worse.
You gotta watch Instagram because I've been noticing like they got me following people that I ain't never followed. Like it was.
But it's back in the day, it was real easy to accidentally follow somebody.
Nah, I mean I'm scrolling like I didn't follow this motherfucker. I don't want to see this dude in the gym working out. I didn't sign up for this shit. And I look like I never followed.
But it could have been for you. It could have been like one of your little blues or something. Like, you know, when you will go out of town and visit people and stuff, they might have picked up your phone and start liking stuff.
You know, last time
I'm picking with you, but yeah.
I wish. I ain't out of town.
Here we go.
Free a nigga from Maryland. Help a nigga out. Trying to get out of town.
So you want the free Britney people to say free CP3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Instead?
Rock for me.
Rock for you?
Yeah, I ain't got a reserve and shit, but no slice won't give a nigga some money.
Oh my God. He ain't got conservatorship. What you say? Conservatorship?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. I wanted to make sure.
I ain't got it. Yeah.
He just said he broke. That's what he said. So help him.
Temporarily broke.
Yeah, but help him. He want a sugar mama.
The white man trying to hold it down.
Here we go.
Nah, he fucking on money. Better deal with Federal Reserve right now. It's not fun. It's gonna help a nigga up. That's all that.
Yes. And if you had kids, they help you.
Exactly. If I had kids.
You have to claim those kids stuff.
I ain't got kids.
So look, we about to go to a small video break and CP3's off the hook.
Hey.
I heard that child tax credit is coming.
That's what that stimulus check.
You get that every month, I think.
Somebody. Chicken out, little baby. Come here. Yeah, that's mine.
You know the mics are still alive. On there.
Hey, I keep having dreams. I want a damn lottery, man. Whew. Man, I was busting last night. I'm gonna eat today. I feel like a steak or something, but I probably ain't got no steak, man. What happened last night, man? I'm tired of being broke, man. I'm tired of being broke, man.
I'm so sick of being broke, man. I had to run my bands all the way to be. Do you know how it feels to be broke? To be broke. I'm so sick of being broke, man. I had to run my bands all the way to be. them digits. Every single dollar, you know that I'm gon' get it. That pussy, I won't miss it. If my pocket's itching, I can hear the money coming. Save the bullshit, I won't listen. No. Too much money on my mind. Oh, gotta get it all the time. Oh, when I reach a million, I still won't be fine. No, I ain't tryna be greedy. I just been one of the needy for so long. I ain't tryna be greedy. I just been one of the needy for so long. I'm so sick of being broke, man. I had to run my bands all the way. You be, do you know how it feels to be broke? To be broke. I'm so sick of being broke, man. I had to run my bands all the way. You be, do you know how it feels to be broke? To be broke, yeah. Spaghetti's on my neck. The army for some sex. Bust down a bit Rolex. I bought my bitch some rest. In the flame, I threw 2 checks. Was bro, now I can flex. I do this for any nigga who make it out the Jackson. I'm gone. If you complaining, please don't hit my phone. I'm dealing with shit on my own. I'm trying to keep it back straight. Bro, niggas love to gravitate. I'm so tired of last place. I'm so sick of being broke, man. I had to run my bands all the way. You be, do you know how it feels to be broke? To be broke. I'm so sick of being broke, man. I had to run my bands all the way. You be, do you know how it feels to be broke? To be broke, yeah.
Booking a trip can feel dramatic.
Now that's your brother and you ain't slide for him. But that's my brother, I'ma die for him. Seem like trapping, only thing I got time for. In the bed though with twin Glocks trying to get this pound off. Blue faces jumping out these jeans. Come on her face, she say she want these jeans. Hit from the back, she calling back, she say I make it green. The pussy smacking, that's my snack, that shit like mac and cheese. I'm a trapper, not a rapper. Say the wrong thing, one phone call, they a rapper. You on the gram flashing that money knowing you an actor. I got a hitter that'll make hits off on that raptor. Just for the AR, put a drum on it, that bitch that. We start a hop, we double back around the block. Say you got money for that, I will come and shop, my nigga. Give you a chance to show your love, see you is not my nigga. Give you a chance to show your love, you turn your back, go figure. Screaming fuck them 12 wild and the boys geeking. A1s and turn their back, now we ain't speaking. And I ain't tripping off of no scotch and we ain't beef.
My dog called me this morning till my other dog stopped breathing. And my nigga died yesterday. Every time my niggas die, I got a new date to hate. Ride across the Migos by the cage, trying to drink the pain away. My nigga lost doing hard time, he doing it day for day. I was heavy down bad on my dick, I had me no place to stay. Bro, fuck that shit, y'all got me pissed off. I never had a reason to flex, I've been a big dog. ARP, ELE, you stretch like some big draws. And niggas know I'm in the field just like a kick-off. 4th of July and New Year's Eve, and the only time we hit off. And I knew that bitch was a hoe, but I was drunk, so I still hit raw. Face kicking my door, but they let me know that they got tipped off. The hood like flock, you want some shit, dog. Middle of the hood, pull up my sleeve to show my wrist off. My nigga selling crack, you do not need no lip balm. You tired of selling crack, that nigga waiting on me to make it. Told him if I die tomorrow that I'ma die the greatest.
Niggas switching every day, I don't trust him. He my cousin, but if he snitching, I'ma bust him. Screaming fuck the other side, I never loved him. My auntie snitched right at my uncle, why the fuck he serve a butter?
Why the fuck my grandma keep on smoking butter? I don't trust it. If I see my hop in public, I'ma crush it. On my mother, murder on my mind, and only God can judge us. Fuck them judges. That bitch, she get them bags, she gotta lay over, she stuck at Dallas. I met that bitch in high school, she went to Frederick Douglass. My man just only Cali, when he meet the man, then he gon' plug us. The Draco on me ain't the Micro Mini, so I can't tuck it. My dick a pacifier, I call her baby, cause she gon' suck it.
I just got a case today.
Throughout the week, fucking with the niggas on my journal.
Fresh cut. That's yours.
Yeah, yeah. I was just fucking at that. No, I don't trust you. Give me that guap. You can get touched quick, plug out Cali. Did you know when we hop out the van, go run, cut the couch. I was just cutting the old side, sitting real comfy. And she in some fun, it was sounding real country. Who's that calling? You know it's a junkie. Gas so loud, yeah, it smells so funky. Can't hang with no yes man, niggas be flunky. He tried to backdoor me, but he was unlucky. 100 rounds, send him right in this rugby. 100 rounds, send him right in this rugby. You know I be coolin', but my niggas on fuck shit. Rock and roll, put that nigga on punk shit. We be smoking gas when we up in the function. All kind of shit going, it's a conjunction. I was just fucking at that. No, I don't trust shit. Give me that guap. You can get touched quick, plug out Cali. Did you know when we hop out the van, go run, cut the couch. I was just cutting the old side, sitting real comfy. And she in some fun, it was sounding real country. Who is that calling? You know it's a junkie. Gas so loud, yeah, it smelling so funky. I was just fucking at that. No, I don't trust shit. Give me that guap. You can get touched quick, plug out Cali. Did you know when we hop out the van, go run, cut the couch. I was just cutting the old side, sitting real comfy. And she in some fun, it was sounding real country. Who is that calling? You know it's a junkie. Gas so loud, yeah, it smelling so funky. You know my niggas be murdering. This is a burglary, I got the 30. Bro got the birdie. Niggas ain't heard of me, I make her hurt. You know I can't know exterminate. Name on the jersey. That's up with the 38. My head is 38. Block, yeah, I circulate, twisting and turning. Twisting the blunt, never leaving the burner. Getting that guap, cause I know that I earned it. Changing the rules, yeah, I'm glad that I learned. Fucked up a few times, nobody is perfect. These niggas be hating, I see it now. Fucking this hoe, yeah, run the shit up, young nigga stack. I'm feeding that. When you get it up, got the hand out. Greedy now, fucking at that. No, I don't trust you. Give me that guap. You can get touched, get plug out Cali. Did you know when we hop out the van, go run, cut the couch. I was just coolin' the old side, sitting real comfy. And she in some fun, it was sounding real country. Who's that calling? You know it's a junkie. Gas so loud, yeah, it smelling so funky. I was just fucking at that. No, I don't trust you. Give me that guap. You can get touched, get plug out Cali. Did you know when we hop out the van, go run, cut the couch. I was just coolin' the old side, sitting real comfy. And she in some fun, it was sounding real country. Who's that calling? You know it's a junkie. Gas so loud, yeah, it smelling so funky.
Yo. He was like, he was fucking that thought. CBT was like,
that shit was hot, dog. I see when you started a song, man.
Yeah, the thoughts. Cause you a thought.
Right now, yeah, sexually, yeah, I'm that whole over there right now.
Oh wait, what?
The way I feel right now.
Oh, the way you feel.
Yeah.
He said, he was like, fucking that thought. He was like, yeah, that's shit.
That shit was hot.
He was.
That was that was Pat Riley. Yeah.
He only
Huh?
Did they have him on before?
Yeah. Pat Riley actually is we had him on before. We met him when he came with Sheeta the first time. The first time Sheeta actually showed up to the show, he came up with Pat Riley.
No.
You met him before.
That's what you wrote the song?
Apparently so.
You think we pop it now?
Oh,
That's
man.
what you wrote the song about. Y'all have similar lives.
I bet y'all do.
Past lives.
Past. Oh.
Change mine.
Okay, so he might have been talking about something in the past too.
Yeah, that's right. That's normally how I go.
Oh.
Speaking about the present.
Oh, you don't.
Oh, you don't.
So he wasn't speaking about the present. He was talking about like a long time ago.
Yeah. Something happened way back.
Way back. Okay. He ain't that old. You is.
I be thinking, man, you know,
So you an old thought. Gotcha.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say that. I'm a whore in recovery.
You just said you was that hoe over there.
That's what I'm feeling. That's not what I am.
Oh.
It's a difference.
Oh, you are how you feel.
Not all the time.
Most of the time.
So,
You are old.
It's correct. I work with some
I'm gonna
young
say that
folks.
because I'm 25.
Yeah.
What you laughing?
I'm just saying.
What you laughing at?
So
You laughing way too hard over here. Like you can't even breathe.
you must have got a.
Such sincerity.
Why would I not say it with such sincerity?
You really believe?
What do you mean? I'm 25. Hello.
Okay,
Such a hater. Such a hater.
So you was working when you was 5.
Hey.
I did 20 years.
So I got two things I wanted to discuss. Damn, you made me lose my thought.
That 25-year-old. Called it the whole show.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that.
Oh, okay, now I remember what I wanted to discuss. So, Cassidy had called out Tory Lanez for stealing some of his verses and actually presented proof, and Tory Lanez did still.
Cassidy stuff, yeah.
Yo, he committed the fraud on like a Funkmaster Flex freestyle. No bullshit. And then when they played it bar for bar, it was like the same shit. So Cassidy put out a diss song about Tory Lanez. And Tory Lanez took the bait.
Which was bad.
And Tory Lanez responded with a diss song. You know, the thing about that is, with I like Tory Lanez. You know, people probably don't like him as Megan Thee Stallion. She got shot. I think she tried to press charge.
Can't be shooting females in the feet.
But I don't really think Tory wants to fuck with like bar for bar.
No,
like Tory can make good songs, but
he makes cute little songs.
He don't want that
but
word.
That's it.
He don't want that word.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He makes cute little songs, and that's it. If you're one of those people that have to take verses, take some lyrics from somebody else, you shouldn't go up against them.
Cassidy will body.
That speaks volumes right there. You had to take lyrics from somebody else, so now.
What's even worse though is Cassidy's making money. He's in the battle rap world now.
Meaning he will.
I mean, all he does is just rap and battle niggas. And he may not be the greatest battle rapper, but he still got bars for days.
Here's the thing. You literally stole his lyrics. Meaning, in your own little way, you admitted you're not as good as him. So, I'm confused. What you gonna make a diss record for? Like, real talk, Tory already don't have no street cred. He grow little. He going bald. He shooting at his girlfriend.
I've never even heard his music.
His music is he's platinum selling artist.
Sounds like a 12-year-old girl. You've heard it. You probably didn't even know it was him.
You probably heard the song
you did. Skirt. You know, he sound like a woman.
You probably heard the song. You didn't know it was Tory Lanez.
Right.
Remember, I just know it's old school.
No. You've heard some of his music. You may not have known it was a man, and you may not have known it was Tory Lanez.
The thing about it is, though, you can't.
That's how bad it is.
But then again, you can't make a comment. Well, I've never heard his music, and then you're like, well, I only listen to old school. Well, then, okay, then that answers itself.
Yeah,
but no, I'm trying to tell you first.
I probably have just
and don't even realize it.
But
yeah. I saw something about Charlemagne the God said something about that if Eminem did a verses against Tekashi 6ix9ine and a couple some of these lame ducks said they would body Eminem. I didn't read
they would body who?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even take the clickbait. I didn't click on the article.
No, he was trolling his host.
Oh,
you got to because there's no way.
I was hoping he would.
Eminem is also a battle rapper.
Yeah.
Eminem has hits.
But what he said though was, and his point was some of the things was, it all depends on which audience you playing to. If you put him up against somebody that's going to play towards, like newer music. If you put him up against a trap audience and you put him up against Future, of course the trap people gonna be like, oh my God, Future's this and Future's that.
Future would be better than somebody like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
But you know,
like Eminem would bulldoze over him. Like it would be a massacre, really bad.
Yeah, it's Tekashi 6ix9ine can be
like even if you're a Tekashi 6ix9ine fan, which I don't really know anybody who is, but that's personally, I know he has fans.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he's gone platinum. So
that's what I'm saying. He has fans. I just don't personally know anyone who's a fan of his. But even if you're a fan of his, Eminem will come through and destroy him, and you would have nothing to say. It would be that bad.
Freestyle battle rap. You say it from his catalog.
Right? He don't even have to. He can just like literally just like kind of do like a Jadakiss thing and just start freestyling and destroy him.
I mean, it's just it's just some cats you don't that they would have to do verses against each other. Like their catalog, their performance is so strong. Like you don't see a lot of people like Missy's been acting for a verse and no one's jumping out there to go, oh, I want to battle.
Who's gonna go against Missy?
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody.
Just like if Jay-Z did a verse. Outside of Eminem and Nas, like who the fuck did you get? Baby Buster.
And okay, one thing I have a problem with is this Bone Thugs and Harmony and Wu-Tang thing. I have a big problem with that. And I put up a post and a lot of people made comments on it. And they're literally saying Bone Thugs and Harmony would smash Wu-Tang.
I doubt that. So
what? Yes.
Wait a
They're saying this.
Wait, but before you got that. So Leslie Press, have you heard about the hip hop scene in South Africa? No, I have not. However, if you look at the top corner of the podcast, there's an email. Send us your music. You don't got to ask, have you heard about it? Just send us the music.
Well, are they saying that they're part of the hip hop scene? Because real talk, I have.
Okay.
But I'm
and share the podcast.
I'm confused on what the question is. Like, yes, we've heard, and then we would move on because what are you bringing that up for? Are you saying you want a versus? Are you saying that you have music? I'm confused.
I mean, because it's in the corner where it says, email us your music.
Well, that's if you have music.
Yes.
But if you're just trying to, strike up a conversation, you would have to give us.
The hell, let's get back to this.
Yeah, Bone Thugs and Wu-Tang.
Folks talking.
So who said that Bone would watch Wu-Tang?
Busy and Crazy.
Have you seen what Busy Bone looks like right
now? Yeah.
He looks like 3 steps away from death.
And I know that now Crazy. I think it was Crazy. Lazy. I don't even remember no more. Lazy's the light skinned one?
They're all light skinned.
No,
except for Wish.
No, that other one, the tall, skinny one, he's not.
Crazy?
That's Crazy.
Lazy and Flesh and somebody are brothers.
Maybe it was no, it wasn't Flesh. It was Busy, and it was the other the light skinned, skinny one.
They all look the same.
They all like my oh my god! But I put up a post, and 2 members of Bone Thugs and Harmony said that they would wash Wu-Tang. No, smash. They said smash Wu-Tang. And I put up the post, and I did a little side eye. I got so many comments of people literally going back and forth saying, yeah. And you should have seen like my expression. It was like, yeah. One person said, Bone Thugs and Harmony is worldwide. Don't nobody know Wu-Tang except for people in New York. I'm like, bruh, Wu-Tang is bigger in Asia than they are here. What are you talking about? Like, I thought everybody knew that.
Well, everybody that's actually into hip hop and actually know what the fuck they're talking about knows it.
Right.
Stupid people don't.
And they were like, I was like, just because when you do a versus, you have the group. If it's a group against a group, you also can factor in solo projects, right? With that said, Wu-Tang, their catalog is so much bigger than Bone. And somebody was like, well, yeah, even with the solo project, you only got a couple people from Wu-Tang. Who was checking for Busy's album? Who was checking for Crazy's album?
So let's talk, because I believe Busy album and Crazy album, they probably maybe went gold. I don't think they went platinum.
But we talking about Method Man, Ghostface, RZA, Raekwon. We talking about all these people, and we're talking about features too.
Method went platinum. Shit. Then if you do Method, you gotta do. Then he can incorporate Redman with High.
Only with their collaboration.
Yeah.
Right. So what we're talking about is features.
And then when you talk like Raekwon, you can talk. Then also,
Ghostface got more records than Method Man, believe it or not.
He does.
So yeah, nah. And here's the thing: Method Man has 10 top-selling records by himself. And now I Googled to make sure I knew what I was talking about. Bone Thugs and Harmony, as a group, has 10 studio albums. So Method Man against Bone by himself And Bone Thugs-n-Harmony only has one single that was #1 on Billboard. That was Crossroads.
First of the month wasn't #1?
Crossroads was the only one that went #1. First of the month was top 10, but not #1.
Okay.
You take Bone Thugs-n-Harmony against Wu-Tang, and Wu-Tang, all their solo projects, features, and everything. ODB is not even here, and he will smash Bone. He got that song with Mariah. Hello.
I mean,
I was tired of that song.
I mean, you can still incorporate the RZA's album. You can still incorporate. They can bring up Grave Diggers. I mean, you know, it was cool.
Respected that. You got all these people that I was like, oh, this is not realistic. Y'all must not know what is going on in hip hop.
So,
the person that makes that statement and agrees with it, there should be a law that they should be listening to hip hop anymore, because they obviously don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Not at all. But people were legit going for Bone.
So,
On my post, you want me to say? You see that post? No, you gonna get mad?
Nah, we're gonna put them there. So let me address our friend from South Africa.
Okay.
He was like, I was saying that you guys should do research about the scene. This side, there's a lot of real talent. Once again, if you have music, you can't research it unless you send me the music.
Well, not even just that. We actually support talent from all over the world.
We get music from New Zealand.
Right. I've been working with someone that's in Papua New Guinea, that's right off Australia, and he's trying to send over some music. Like, we don't have, real talk, I love me a good Afro beat, so trust and believe, I'm in there, you know?
Like, we support music. If it's good, you know, just send it to us.
Yeah.
And that's what we were saying. Like, you're making a drawn out conversation where there's no need for a conversation. Right. Where, like, if you want us to play your stuff and you got some dope South African artists, send me the MP3. You know, if you have their video link, send me the video link.
Right.
We support indie artists. You know, we only ask that you like, share, and support the stream.
Right. And I mean, it's no need for us to necessarily research. I know a little bit, but if you want to be featured or have some people that you feel should be on the show and we should play their music, send it by all means. That's not a problem. So email it to us, and we'll be definitely happy to, you know, review the songs or whatever needs to be done. But we're people who are open to all types of music. So I'm familiar. Yes, I am, to answer your question. And, you know, moving on and we're going forward, you can just send it.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're fine with that.
After that, I won't be addressing anything else. I'll just go comments.
Right. So we know we're aware, and we definitely welcome it. And like I said, you know, and my co-hosts laugh at me because if it's reggae or Afro beat or something like that, oh please, because I got African blood going through my veins, and y'all best believe when I retire, I'm not going to be in the U.S. I'm not going to be somewhere.
I mean, you got a long way. You're only 25.
I know. But some people can retire early.
See, you look like you're about to say something.
I mean, I did retire at 37.
There you go. And I remember when
I was really 37.
One of our, what you?
I'm just saying.
I don't like your attitude. That's number one. Number two, those. I need you to understand that, you know, people can retire at any age. Okay.
It is how you feel, right?
It is.
I know what it is. It's because you ain't wearing your bracelet.
Yeah, whatever's on your.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, but I got stuff.
I know. What's on your birth certificate?
What's on my birth certificate?
Yeah.
Lady.
What the date? Got the date.
My birth certificate say Lady Antoinette.
That means you don't age in regular time.
Oh, and shout out to my parents. I went ahead and made sure that they have their proclamation. They're underwater lady now.
That's dope.
So they joined the club.
Shout out to 10K Baby J. Toon Squad hitters. Renegade actually records him when he comes in from Atlanta. He's doing this thing. He's from this area, but then he moved out to Atlanta.
Which a lot of people are making that move. Makes me want to get some property down there. I don't necessarily want to live down there, but I would like to get some property.
Good real estate, good bang for your buck.
Right.
So,
climate change in the land.
So, being that I'm a comic book guy, something happened very controversial in
Yeah,
comic
tell me
books.
about it.
So, every now and then in comic books, they decide that they need to make a standard superhero gay.
Lately, that's what's been going on.
So, several years ago, they made Iceman, who had girlfriends in the past, go back in time and tell his younger self, told his older self, oh, by the way, we're really gay. And then Iceman became gay. So now they've taken Tim Drake, who is the third Robin. So Dick Grayson, who became Nightwing, is the first Robin. Jason Todd, who was the one that was killed by the Joker, who became the Red Hood, is the second Robin. The third Robin is Tim Drake, and the fourth Robin is Damian Wayne, Bruce Wayne's son from Talia al Ghul. So they made who for the past Lonely Place of Dying came out in the 90s, I believe, because Death in the Family came out in the 80s, like towards the end of the 80s. So Lonely Place of Dying, I believe, I don't know, maybe 91, 92-ish, but that's when they introduced Tim Drake as being the new Robin.
Right.
So for the past umpteen years, he's even dated Stephanie Brown, who is spoiler, and she became Robin for a little bit. So he's even had very heterosexual relationships. So now in 2021, instead of creating a character who can be bisexual or anything like that, they decided to make Tim Drake, Tim Drake was one of the most popular Robins because he actually had his own comic book Robin,
right?
Which the original Robin never had, and he actually had his own team, Young Justice, which is something which was a big step. So now all of a sudden they just decided for him to come out as being Little Nas X.
What is this man? But that is, you're right. That is a common thing. What? Go ahead.
I was thinking the other day. When did it become so important what we did behind our bedroom doors as what we do in comic books or in life or anything? Why does that even play a role?
Because the crazy thing about when they made Iceman gay was there was a gay superhero named Northstar, and we knew, like reading even before they came out and said that he's gay,
right,
that he was clearly gay.
Right.
And
there's no reason to go back and try to make somebody gay that wasn't.
Yeah,
initially.
and instead of pushing him as this good hero that
happens to be
gay,
yeah,
they chose not to. I thought that was wrong.
Right, then you've been there the whole time. It's like you defeating the purpose if you just completely dismiss or go over a superhero that was already gay from the jump and has been around. Push him. Let him get his shine.
Like back in the days, and let me show you. Let's be fair about some stuff. So back in the days, because like I said, I've been reading comic books since I was a little kid. There was a push for Marlon Wayans to be. He auditioned for the role of Batman in Batman and Robin, and he was trying to be Robin, and he didn't get it. And I was glad because they would only make him Robin just to say that we made a black Robin.
Right. Versus pushing characters that were already black.
Yes. Why would we make Robin black when we have Black Lightning?
I was gonna bring that show up because my dad watches that, and he's not happy about Thunder. But I had to explain to him that real talk, Thunder, her sexuality was never discussed for real.
In the comic book, she kind of is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It wasn't really discussed, but it was hinted that she was gay. So in the show, for the majority of the show, she was gay, but like her family didn't know or things like that. So it's like you get to peer into her life that we didn't get to before in the comic books, you know. So like my dad was like, "Why are they making everybody gay?" And then on Supergirl, it's like a bunch of people that are gay.
I stopped watching Supergirl. It was crap.
Yeah, it was crap.
And once again, we had Black Jimmy Olsen. Like, why can't we just if we're going to make him black, why can't we just introduce him as a new character instead of just
or push the people that were already black?
Yeah.
Like real small. Like I'm very happy that they pushed Black Panther. One thing that's confusing to me is the Bucky character for Marvel, because you do have Bucky in some comic books as a black man.
So let me explain to you who that was.
But no, I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
Where's that Bucky? You know,
that Bucky is when they did Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Right.
When they had the fake Captain America and his partner was called Battlestar.
Right.
So when he dressed up as Bucky in the comic books, there was a black guy that pulled him to the side and was like, "Yo, first of all, why the hell you out here running around with no shield?" And the white boy got the shield.
Right.
And it was really, and whoever wrote it, I don't know if he was black or white, but it was so true. And he was just like, the word Bucky is very offensive to black people. He was like, so why the hell would you call you? And he looked terrible in the outfit.
Yeah.
And he had all the muscles.
He was big slow.
Yeah. So.
But I feel like to pay homage to, because a lot of these new movies and shows and things like that, they're not paying homage to certain things that happen in the comics.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like when they touched on it,
they could have skipped that. He looked terrible.
Well, no, in the show they could have addressed it. You know what I mean?
But I thought they did it well because bringing up Battlestar, and then they also focused on Isaiah Bradley, who was basically the Black Captain America.
Yes.
And he was introduced probably about maybe 10 or 15 years ago, right before the Winter Soldier was reintroduced. Right. And I thought that was a really good thing. I love, because the story of Isaiah Bradley is he has a son and he has his grandson. The grandson that they show is actually going to become, he actually is going to take the original Captain America shield, and he's going to be dressed similar to Bucky, but not really, but it's going to be a different variation, and he'll be called Patriot.
Right. And I remember they did have the grandson interacting
with the Falcon.
Which I like.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's enough there in comics and in the superhero world around. There is enough representation that you don't have to go and rewrite history and a character's backstory to have representation. I think that's silly. I feel like you said, they are, and honestly, kudos to DC for the Thunder situation, because it was like, is she gay? Is she not? Is she bi? You know, those were questions that people had. You know, back in the day when you just had the comics, so then when you put it to the small screen, put it to a TV show, you address it. You just put it out there. Great. She's gorgeous too. So, what's her Nefessa? Is her name Nefessa Williams?
Something like that.
She's gorgeous. So, you know,
yeah.
she is.
No, he just heard gorgeous.
So now you gonna Google.
No, I was thinking about a situation I'm in where I got a young lady that's, I don't know if she's gay or she's bi. I'm like,
right, but imagine these kids reading this, and let's say you were a kid that was struggling with your sexuality, specifically a young woman who may have been into comics as Black girl, you know, and now they put it to TV, you know, and so now that Black girl that was going through that can look at her like she's a superhero, she's awesome, she's gorgeous, she likes women, and it's okay. Right. So that's representation. With that said, don't just rewrite something. You know what I mean?
I mean, so
like you gonna what's next? You gonna make Superman gay?
No, we're gonna make Superman black. So that's the thing I was about to touch
Right.
on.
Yeah.
So then and I got a problem with this because
he want black.
there's this talk of Michael P. Jordan doing the Black Superman.
Yeah.
Which I have a big problem with that because they have Icon. DC has the license to Icon.
You got
who is just as powerful and has a greater backstory of being on Earth and being raised in slavery and just being here for a long time.
Very long.
And then developing his moral sense of that. You know, when they bought Milestone Comics, which was an all-black publication, they had, they bought the Blood Syndicate, they bought Static Shock. They did all these things. They bought all these characters because they didn't want to compete with the black market for these characters.
Right.
And to stop the creator of Static Shock and Icon and them, they gave Static Shock a cartoon.
Right.
And then they were like,
cute.
But then they was like, by the way, you're gonna write the cartoon. And then they expected him to fail.
Right.
And he wrote great episodes because he had never written cartoons.
He was so cute.
And then they wound up using him to write, which most people don't know, some Justice League that y'all liked, the Justice League cartoon. Yo, it was Dwayne McDuffie. He wrote those things.
Right.
He wrote Justice League. He wrote Justice League Unlimited. He wrote a lot of great stuff. Unfortunately, he passed away.
Yeah.
But very very unsung black hero because he did a lot to cross the barriers. They canceled Static Shock not because it wasn't a good cartoon, but because they couldn't because it had low toy sales.
Yeah, but the toys sucked. I saw them because I thought Static Shock was cute.
Obviously, it was great. It was very entertaining.
I have nephews that are grown now. My kids, so I've seen the toys and things. Of course, I may not have wanted the toys, but I thought it was cute. And it was a black superhero. And the episodes were really cool. Didn't they have like Shaquille O'Neal on there or something?
They had a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, they had a bunch.
Lil Romeo did the superheroes. That's the worst rap ever. But
Shit got Bow Wow, but no shade. No shade, sorry.
No, that's true. Soulja Boy was the first nigga on cartoons rapping. No, it was Lil Romeo.
Yeah, it was. But I don't know. I feel like it speaks volumes on how the corporate side of this country is. They do things that people don't necessarily ask for. We talked about this many times, like during the Black Lives Matter movement, people are saying stop killing us, and they say, oh, we're gonna take Aunt Jemima off the shelves. We're gonna change the name of the company. We're gonna take Uncle Ben off, and we didn't act, we said stop killing us. And so the LGBTQ community is like, we want representation. They didn't necessarily ask you to rewrite Robin. Nobody asked that. How about you get somebody who's already been developed, already has a backstory, and push that? I think it's ridiculous. I do. I think that this is they're calling themselves being creative, but in a sense you're kind of like
it's lazy.
You're ruining things. It's not even that it's lazy. Real talk. It's not even that it's lazy. It's like you literally already have these storylines. You already have characters that can easily be your spearheaded person to, make sure that certain people are represented. But instead of pushing those characters that are already developed, already have a backstory, you're rewriting stuff. And I'm not just talking about LGBTQ community. Like we've established, like even with black characters, like you're trying to turn Superman black. Come on now.
I'm be honest with you. I had so there was this thing called Ultimate Marvel, the Marvel Ultimate. So when they created the Nick Fury that's used now, was when they did Marvel Ultimate. So the guy who did it made him to look like Samuel L. Jackson.
Right. Right.
So the reason why we have a black Nick Fury is because Samuel Jackson actually sued Marvel, and the agreement was if you ever make a movie with Nick Fury, it has to be me. And I mean, it worked out for him. However, I think that's not the Nick Fury who I grew up on.
No, Nick Fury was not looking like Samuel L. Jackson.
He's an old white grumpy guy with one eye, and he had white patches on his head. And him and Captain America used to argue like shit.
And they kind of, well, no, Nick Fury now, he kind of like takes shots at him, but they don't really argue.
Now, these motherfuckers used to argue.
That's what I'm saying. So like Samuel Jackson and Chris Evans.
Yeah.
I had to think about it because you know too many Chris's in Marvel. But yeah, they have a better relationship than.
Yeah, they do. So I got the song that he sent in. No, he been sent it in. I just didn't say nothing.
Oh, the person regarding South African music? Okay.
Y'all ready to hear it?
Yeah, because you know, like I said, I love a good Afrobeat.
You had that build up.
General Motors drove apartheid. Kodak photographed apartheid. IBM tracked apartheid. And
politically, literally,
Band-Aid on apartheid.
lyrically, spiritually. Responsibilities bigger than me. R.E.B. B.I.T. Tryna go bigger than Z, bigger than D. Politically, lyrically, spiritually, literally, 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 literally. Tryna go bigger than Z, bigger than D. Politically, lyrically, spiritually, literally, 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 literally. Cause I'm out here, big on the streets, feeding them heats, spreading the sheets.
Popping, listening is the prescription. This medication, Matekwani keep me medicated. Air forces keep me levitated. Humanity the only thing that keep me gravitated. I'm God's favorite, overrated, congregated, activated, aggregated to the point I say I finally made it. Will I ever make it? Will I ever change it? Do I have to fake it? Code should I break it? Just so I can fucking take it. Cause it ain't safe in my mind state. I put myself in the first place. Up my sleeve was an ace. They can keep up on my pace. Been through this loyalty for the royalty with the poetry, not metaphorically. I'm straight to the point. You see sessions on 989. Ready your personality. Not liable for liability. Responsibility is bigger than me. See, I'm bigger than Z, bigger than B. Politically, lyrically, spiritually, literally. I've been big on the streets. I've been feeding the meat and spreading all of these sheets. This positivity feed. I've been killing these beats. I've been cracking these cheeks. I've been getting these cheeks. I've been blowing the streets. I've been for my G's. I've been 0 degrees. I've been trying to go bigger than Z, bigger than B. Politically, lyrically, spiritually, literally. Shit is deeper than D. This shit is deeper than D. I've been trying to go bigger than Z, bigger than B. Politically, lyrically, spiritually, literally. I've been big on these streets. I've been feeding the meat and spreading all of these sheets. This positivity feed. I've been killing these beats. I've been cracking these cheeks. I've been getting these cheeks. I've been blowing the streets. I've been for my G's. I've been 0 degrees. I've been trying to go. I've been big on the streets. I've been feeding the meat and spreading all of these sheets. This positivity feed. I've been killing these beats. I've been getting these cheeks. I've been blowing the streets. I've been 0 degrees. Literally, literally, literally. I've been trying to go bigger than Z, bigger than B. Politically, lyrically, spiritually, literally. I've been trying to go bigger than Z, bigger than B. Politically, lyrically, spiritually, literally.
Yo. So, this is the one thing that you gotta realize. One, just because you send me your record, I mean I'm gonna play it right this minute. So, it looks like the gentleman who was on it probably tuned out. So, yeah, I feel like he tuned out, but I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
You can always come back and play it back.
No.
No, him.
I'm talking about him. He can always
come back and play it.
One, I can tell you like this. It needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of work. The mix wasn't right, and it sounds like it's probably a rough draft mix. You need the beat. There's nothing really stand out about the beat. And to me the cadence and the flow was really just basic. It nothing screams. I mean, it's okay. It's nothing that's like, oh my god, like just I need to bump this like every day. I wasn't blown away with it. And that's not saying that you don't have talent. That's just saying I think that you still have work to do and to grow as an artist. Uh, that's just my opinion. And before and if you getting your feelings or you say, well, who the fuck do I think I am? I've probably been rapping longer than you've been alive. I was born in the birthplace of hip hop. I have one of the hottest artists in this area, and I do a podcast about independent music. Just to put that out there.
Well, I kind of echo your sentiments. Pretty much everything you said was spot on in my opinion. It was cool, but it didn't really stand out. The beat was okay, but it was like basic. Other than saying the message of the song was cool, but yeah, you definitely gotta add some flavor to that joint because it's just like a basic track.
So y'all gonna leave me to be the bad guy.
I mean,
all right. Well, let me just go. All right. So let me say this. You started off, reached out to us asking if we know anything about the hip hop scene in South Africa, and even told us to research it. And I told him before he sent it, I said, I have researched it. I have looked into these things. I do know a little bit about the hip hop scene in South Africa. And I'm going to be real with you. That ain't it. You got to tighten it up. I told you I was excited about, Afro beats and things like that. That beat was not exciting at all. You have to do more with it. It was very basic. It sounds like you might have been playing around with some stuff and you made that track. I'm not sure of what you have access to as far as making sure that mix is good, but you might want to revisit that and redo that. I'm disappointed because I feel like you could have done more with that song. It was very raw. Like 151 and CP3 kind of mentioned, it was very rough draft feeling. You have to tighten it up and get it going because we're across the water, and you're saying, your conversation that you gave us prior to sending in the music is like you're going to be a representation of South African hip hop. And I know a little bit about South African hip hop. I'm not deep into it, but I know that what you sent over to us was not a representation of that. You got to tighten it up, especially if you're coming across the water. I will invite you to maybe tighten it up, send us your best work, and see if we can play it. That would be wonderful. Give you another opportunity to go ahead and be that good, strong representation of, your culture and where you're from to introduce over to us. So that's my take on it. But I was disappointed because I feel like you didn't give us, and I say this to many people, you didn't give us your best. And if it was your best, I
really didn't give it. I think he sent the track that he thought, okay, well, you know what?
They don't know nothing. I'm just gonna send this. No,
yeah,
I know something, and I said that already.
Yeah.
So, and that wasn't what I know.
I know hip hop. I know hip hop, and I know good music in any form.
Right, and also, like I said, I know what is hot out there right now because we're only over here. We're gonna get what's hot. We're not getting underground.
And the thing about that is like I was a dude back in the days, like when I was buying CDs and stuff. Like I was buying the Cookie Crew, They were from the UK. They weren't great, but it was something different for something, you know, a different sound of hip hop.
Right.
Like, so I listened to everything from NWA to X-Clan growing up. Like, I had Public Enemy is one of my favorite.
Nobody said X-Clan a long time.
Yeah. You know, you sissies. You know, but I listened to you know, to all types. Like, you know, even though I was from the East Coast, I loved NWA. You know,
right.
I listened to Two Live Crew. So you know, so my definition of hip hop and music, like I listen to different genres of music, and you know, it's all over and stuff.
Yeah.
I just think that he said a track that was, to me, lackluster and just okay.
Right.
That he thought was just okay. I don't think it's okay.
Like,
if you're gonna send something out, any artist is listening to this. If you're gonna jump on the post and you're gonna send me something, you gotta send me fire. You gotta make me wanna be like, damn, I wanna play this every fucking week because this shit is that hot. You gotta make CP3 sit up and be like, yo, I'm gonna play this on my show.
right.
You know, you gotta make Lady Antoinette say, yo, play that track, like the track from last week. Play that shit again. You know, I just felt we didn't get that.
No. And I mean, even though he's from Nigeria, I'm a big Davido fan. Like, that's my boy. And, you know, I'm in that realm, you know, and I feel like that's not where it's at. Like, the music that we get from over there is different than what he just sent over. And it different doesn't necessarily mean bad, but I feel like the mix is usually better that we hear. Now, mind you, Davido does have ties to the U.S. He's Nigerian American, but he incorporates both. And so that's probably why over here we're really.
But it's no, because we get Americans that don't know how to mix.
Well,
either.
no, I'm saying that's why we relate to him. Versus, you know, some other. But even with that said, I need you to understand that good music is good music. A good mix is a good mix. Period. So, you know, send us something else if you can come up with something a little better. The lyrics were like real repetitive, and I mean, I wasn't a fan of the lyrics either. I mean, I understand what you were saying and what you were going with it, but I mean, I feel like you can tighten up that song or another song and send us something else.
Definitely. So
why are you laughing?
Something I just popped up on my phone.
Is he supposed to be the predator? CP3, what are you doing over here?
what are you doing on your phone? Is there a naked woman twerking?
Responded to a message. I just wrote.
And he over here giggling. Pull it up. That's you. Move that bottle over too.
No.
That's gonna fall off.
So
you sound like a whole alcoholic. No, it's not bad right now.
So and just to show you that we like world music, I gotta play.
Yes, our friends from New Zealand.
Got to, bro. Got to. I gotta get that track so I can play that on my show also.
Okay. You just said that.
You're giving me the runaround. You give me the runaround. I can feel it coming up. You can sing that same old song. The way you make me feel, just my soul on fire. I can't get away from the pain from you. You asked me to stay, but I can't. You know it's through. You're giving me the You failed to see I gave you all of me. I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna head out the door, and when I'm gone I'm not coming back no more. You're giving me the runaround. You keep on telling me. You say that things will be better, but somehow I don't agree. Ooh, you're putting me in this mood. You're taking my soul. You're giving me the runaround. You keep on telling me. Honestly, the truth will set you free. Ooh, I'm never gonna lose my soul. I know I'm gonna need it. It gives me peace of mind. It gets me through the hardest times. But I know I'm gonna make it. You're never gonna break me. You're giving me the runaround. You give me the runaround. You're giving me the runaround. You give me the runaround. You're giving me the runaround. You give me the runaround. You say that things will be better, but somehow I don't agree. You're giving me the runaround. You give me the runaround.
Well, they asked you $40. You want to run around?
You gotta earn it.
Oh no.
Just don't get it.
So
You
what they
sound like you need a prostitute.
what they got to do for the $40, son?
I make my toes curl.
For 40?
Ew.
Gotta earn it.
Damn, nigga.
Ew.
What?
Why she make your toes curl? I don't think I should have asked that question.
Hey, I just
Oh, you said school get you taken off the
yeah.
Ew.
What?
Nothing.
You know what 40 is.
Yeah, I don't.
Say find out what that amount.
Oh my goodness. Here we go.
Inflation right now, it's like
60.
Damn.
Prices going up, man. You see the gas prices? See
Yeah,
gas prices?
my vehicle
What?
takes premium. I drive an SUV.
What does gas price got to do with head prices?
You gotta go pick them up.
So wait, you paying them though, right?
That's what I'm
So you
saying.
paying
gotta,
them $60?
I equate the gas into it. It's a tax rate.
But you paying them.
Like it off of my tax. Relaxation therapy.
Wow. Relaxation therapy. So now she can get $60 out of it. And then you write it off on your taxes.
You
need
say
to get
so.
a receipt.
You say
They don't have a receipt book with them. They tell me they gonna email.
You say some really wild shit.
I thought he was gonna hit us with a Whitney when she asked what her receipt.
What a receipt?
What a receipt.
Receipt. You know, drug dealers don't get receipts.
No, you going against the current. You not going. No.
It's a crazy world.
Somebody they gonna email me. What? We emailing them illegal transactions now? It's what now?
That's for my third. That's what the receipts say third.
That's what they say?
Yeah. That's what I put it in down in my taxes third. $40 sometimes twice a week.
Oh my goodness, twice a week.
Sometimes.
We just gonna pray for you. Just Sunday, too.
It's a rough life, man.
Apparently.
Yeah. That's what happens. Start drinking white liquor on Sunday.
He about to blame you, don't he?
You prefer to have white women on Sundays.
He drinks Ciroc and then changes it.
With a Corona.
This is bad.
$60, lady be like, $151. It's your fault.
Right. I'm missing $60.
You ain't tell me what's in the bottle, nigga. It says Ciroc.
I know what it is.
You saw me open it. You can't even say that.
Now, if the bottle looks full next week,
Look, it's right here, right now. Okay, if it's anything above this, you know it's something in it. Oh, okay. What you gonna bring? Tequila? Because I feel like you want tequila now.
I mean, you know, we get some Casamigos in this motherfucker.
Oh my gosh, I've seen videos of these Casamiga challenges. Nah, bruh.
I've been sipping on Jim Beam. Me and
So
Jim
you
been
keep
chilling.
drinking the white man's liquor.
I mean, I've been getting a little shots. I ain't got the whole bottle. You know, getting the liquor store. I'm getting my.
You need to just go ahead and get your big bottle off on there. At least if you get some rock, that's steady.
So,
I told you about being white liquor. Y'all gonna have me on the news.
So Nas dropped a new album, King Disease 2.
Yes, and his song with
Lauryn Hill is
Lauren
vicious.
is trending, honey.
It's vicious because she's not singing on it; she's rapping.
And
Or she's
we miss. Oh,
and she's and she still got it.
Yes.
She still got it.
Oh my goodness. See, that's because you listening. God rest his soul, and I love him dearly. Because you always listening to Jimmy and War.
You can't go wrong with old school.
But Nas is old school. It's just happening. He got a new album out.
The funny thing is, I like this album because it reminds me of when Jay-Z dropped 444. It's a grown man album. It's not an album for the little young niggas.
Right.
He ain't trying to be with the trap niggas. He's like, yo, we got a song called Brunch on Sunday. Like, dog.
Which we love.
Yes. I should have went to brunch this week. Damn it, we gotta go back. But every time we go to brunch,
Nah, because our brunch be $800. Like for real, and I'm not joking. Look what they say now, no cap, like for real. Because what's on your arm? Oh, what's on
Invicta.
your arm?
Invicta.
And even though I didn't get it that day, what's on my arm?
Invicta.
Yeah, we got problems.
And Renegade got an Invicta that day.
That's what I'm saying. It was like, well, it was more than $800, but it was.
And they got the $100 case now with the that you can put the 6 watches in.
Goodness gracious.
Nigga,
and we on the way to filling that up individually.
Yeah.
Can't go back right
now. We don't need to go to brunch because we get in trouble.
That watch has ruined the brunch.
But
we need to talk about the brunch bill.
And like I said, these kids be saying, "That's no cap." Like for real, we went to brunch. We spent our money at brunch, and then we was like, "Oh, go across the street and spend."
Not to mention the
between us, it was what? Probably $1,600.
Yeah.
And that was the sale price.
Yeah.
Imagine. No.
No. The funny thing is,
we saved a lot of money, but we still.
We didn't even add up the cost of the brunch.
That's what I'm saying.
We were going to eat after we bought the watches. We was in there for almost 2 hours, and we were so exhausted.
Well, at least the bartender was like, "Here, free stuff." Okay.
Yeah, that was a crazy day.
Nigga, that is.
You know, I don't like spending money, but you know, that was a good day.
I ain't gonna lie though, they got a couple watches that I won though.
I ain't been back around. I ain't even looked at the way I made the mistake of following them on my page, and I got Victor watches coming up and down my timeline. I'm like,
but no, with me and 151 didn't even have to follow. They was coming up on our.
I know. That's
stuff.
I put all my stuff in your name, so all them credits went to you.
No,
so like, oh,
because
yeah,
I feel like these phones we know where you go.
Oh yeah, they pick up on your algorithm.
And then what happened?
Even when you talk about it, it picks up on your phone, the microphone.
Right. So why yours didn't?
I mean, I was getting them like on Instagram. I was getting them, but I wasn't getting them on Facebook until I liked the Facebook.
I had both.
Nigga, I had Facebook, Amazon, YouTube.
Well,
Amazon too. You're right.
I took pictures of it. I tagged in and Victor when I put the watches up.
Yeah, because
I ain't even do all that. These niggas was on my shit.
They was on, but real talk, Amazon, Facebook, Instagram, everything. They was just giving me advertisement for Invicta, and I was like, "Oh, y'all trying."
Yeah, I never really checked them out.
And then I just paid off, and it's a crazy thing. Even after that event, I went back and got 2 more watches, and then I had to pay them motherfuckers off because I did the 90 day. I did the little joint where you get the 90 day for credit.
Yeah.
All I did was just pay the taxes. Might have to do that for that. They got that.
Outside
another.
of the ones I bought, I had 2 or 3 outside of that because I bought this one after.
Yeah. See, and then I still bought one after I bought those 2. So
once I get my money back, I will be going back to those Grammys.
We gotta do brunch again. We ain't done brunch in a while.
We gotta do brunch and just brunch one day. One of these days.
Yeah, we're gonna check out a different spot. That spot was cool, but
I mean, but I like that place in general. But the other spot I was trying to go to, remember we walked down, it was closed.
I'm trying to go to.
What was the one?
Which one?
Sugar Factory.
Yeah, they were
That
closed.
joint closed, like closed.
I'm trying to get to a spot where things are jumping and cutting emotions in. I can have something I can take back home. Actually, that's trying to what I'm trying to.
Well, first of all, this was
Nigga, you go to a
when
strip club
stuff
party.
had started to
They
open
have
up.
those now.
That sounds real Clarence Thomas like.
No, I'm saying I gotta go to the club because they actually have a brunch on Sundays now.
Wasn't it Clarence Thomas who had the pubic hair on the coat? Because he had gone somewhere because he said he was.
No, he made that a statement to Anita Hill because he was trying to get her in her drawers because he was tired of that white woman he was fucking at home.
Okay, but who was it? Him that said he went to the strip club because of the chicken?
Nah, I know some folks who go to the strip club.
No, it was a politician. That's what I was asking.
Oh, that was an excuse for him.
I thought it was Clarence Thomas.
Nah, it was a basketball player that got suspended.
But Clarence Thomas, they say he had like pubic hair on his jacket or something.
No, that's what he said to Anita Hill when he was sexually harassing her. She made a comment about it was it the pubic hair on her? It was like a soda can or something like that. A pubic hair, saying little shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember. So long ago.
And I remember this shit.
Well, I was young. I was real young.
You was like what, 4?
Yeah, I'm 25, guys. What do you expect? I don't remember these things. Why do you laugh so hard when I say these?
Because if you're 25,
I think you're such a hater.
Like he's judging you?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Like, I was like, when we met, I was like 14.
I was about to say, you can say it in a straight face, but you can't. So I was just thinking.
I'm laughing because you're laughing. That's what 25-year-olds do.
Man. I'm just saying. I don't know, I was trying to go what the hell he was talking about. 25.
I don't, what's the problem?
I forgot what the hell he was talking about.
Is it the smoke?
Yeah,
it's the combination.
Yeah, but he likes to blame stuff on me.
Oh,
He's just jealous.
that shit is wild.
He's jealous of me, y'all. He's not.
So many thoughts in my head. I don't know if I should say them.
What happened?
Man, it's the bottom. I've been drinking early, man. It's all going crazy.
Did you hear how high his voice went?
Yes.
I can't control myself. Man, shit is just wild.
I'm about to play a video. I don't know where we're going.
It's about to go crazy. About to start pouring drinks.
You about to start?
Real dope boy, black boy shit.
I'm about to mute the mic.
Get your mama knocked down quick. Big boss, I'm running my shit. It's too real, ain't gotta be explained. You already know the name. Big boss, I'm running my shit like a big boss. Make say on like Rick Ross. I'm a top shot on TikTok. Yeah, lip lock. Two bad twins on my big cock. I don't fuck around like the scent shots. She ain't never once met a big boss. Big boss, I'm running my shit like a big boss. Make say on like Rick Ross. I'm a top shot on no TikTok. Lip lock. Two bad twins on my big cock. I don't fuck around, send shots. She ain't never once met a big boss. A bad little bitch said she want this. She crack like fiends, tryna hook up, man. I ball like Hakeem. Elijah one, I be rockin' Supreme. I throw up the H like Houston. One stroke, she say play on her strings. I ain't doing no acoustic. Baltimore nigga, I'm riding with foes. You can hear the birds roosting. Big boss, yeah, the business is booming. Tell that baby mama looking too juicy. Bald head, she be tipping the boost in Louisiana. I can cook with the wooski, that's the voodoo. I go hard in the coochie, she lemonade. Chewy and gooey, I'm looking for Louis. Lil' mama, I told you, get in your bag. Gucci and Fendi, I can't ride her style. Smoking fuck, she was on Black and Mild. Dirty baby, I ain't never been foul. Hating bitches always going for clout. What's that? Popping the pussy like hatchback. I'm breaking these bars like Kit Kat. YCHA, yeah, she fuck with the name. I told lil' mama I'm big bad. Run in the spot. 20 bitches, I eye my watch. Got a hoe, send them back to the block. Killer got him, time send me the drop. On the fans, I don't fuck with a twat. Big boss, I just wanna get the guap. I'm liking the way that she do it. I'm liking the way that she pop. Big boss, I'm running my shit like a big boss. Make say on like Rick Ross. I'm a top shot of no TikTok. Lip lock, two bad twins on my big cock. I don't fuck around, I send shots. She ain't never once met a big boss.
Lickety split, lick on my clip, suck on my tits, don't need no spit. I like I'm rich, bad little bitch. Make her come quick, cause I can do tricks. This is unwanted. I poppin' my pussy till morning. Y'all niggas like bees, just swarming. Like my kids foreign. Need you to smack on this ass. Arms in my face on the glass. Let's take a trip, or you could just buy me a whip. Just look at the size of my lips. I ain't my boss. Pussy lips fatter than Ross. My drip is in love with my flaws. Let's be clear, you don't wanna smoke in here. I ain't no joke in here. I am a queen. Pussy and head game mean. Wanted to touch on my spleen. Know what I mean? I wanna sit on your face. Give your taste buds a good taste. This ain't no race. Throw it on the pace, I'ma chase. I am the boss in this place. It's your girl stats. Spitting some heat on this track. All I really do is speak facts. I make it clap. Nigga, what you know about that? What you really know about that? Big boss. I'm running my shit like a big boss. Pussy lips fatter than Rick Ross. Lick on my pussy, nigga, don't stop. Yeah, lip lock. Two bad niggas made big cocks. I don't fuck around, nigga, take shots. He ain't never once met a big boss.
Yeah, I'm out here making my money, stacking my stacks. Doing what the queens need to be doing out here, minding my business, staying focused. Got two niggas with big cocks. We chasing stocks. Big boss, the queen, honey stacks.
You know what?
It's been over 2 months since I've been to the strip club. Yeah. It's like rehab. Like whole turkey.
So you going through strip club withdrawal?
Yeah, I think I might be going back. Trying to stay strong. Gotta pay my bills, can't pay theirs right.
I miss going to a strip. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But not all strip clubs are created equal.
True that. But you know, when you go through security, you get in for free. People buy you drinks because they know you. I like that.
I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. I was in Miami. I went to the strip club.
I know.
But they were bougie. Atlanta strip clubs were better.
Oh yeah, the Miami joints is a whole different bar because they got that reputation of being up class, jump club entertainment.
Yeah, and Atlanta is
Ratchet City, baby. Take it all.
I love me some Ratchet.
See, I ain't been to Atlanta strip clubs, man. I told you the climate change is kind of hard, for a straight man to be down there.
right, but a straight man can go into Magic City.
Yeah, but you gotta deal with the shit when you come out of Magic City. That's the problem. The whole city used to be like Magic City.
Yeah,
and it ain't like that no more.
It ain't Freaknik in the 90s no more, baby.
I ain't making a Freaknik, but
thank God.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
You would have got a bunch of babies.
I'd have got banned because I know freak. Just put the freak in the title. Yeah, it's over.
Well,
I'm surprised you ain't never making a bike week.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach.
I was supposed to go, and because all my boys had the bikes and I had the truck, I was gonna go, but something popped off that was guaranteed, so I
wait. Okay.
Yeah.
That's some guaranteed smash.
Yeah. Like Devin said, man,
versus
you gotta go with the for sure.
Okay.
You don't go with the other. You end up with no.
So you got to get but it was something that you ain't never smashed before.
It was a threesome that was guaranteed.
Oh.
Yeah. So let's see y'all when I get back.
Okay. Yeah. Well, sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta say happy birthday to Nipsey, who would have been 36 today.
Rest in peace, brother.
Rest in peace.
36.
Still prayers up for Lauren. She raising one of his seeds. That was the love of her life. So.
Well, I guess I'll use that as a segue. As my dad's birthday was the 12th. Rest in peace. Great man. Taught me everything I know. Only do that for still me. Didn't judge me. Miss him every day. Also want to give a shout out to my little bro Aaron. He passed away on the 14th, 9 years ago.
It's been 9 years.
Yeah, it's been 9 years. I just realized I did the math today when I was looking at my memories journal on my Facebook.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It was 9 years, but he was like a little brother to me. Dog is always a trying month for me with that, but also want to say happy birthday to my nephew JT and my great niece Ryan. Their birthday was yesterday. Both of them birthday on the same day.
How old is your nephew now?
He's 11 now.
Shut up.
11 years old. You won't.
Let me tell you something. His nephew, I was talking about this little boy when he was born. I was like, oh, how is the baby? I was so proud. This child, 11.
No,
no.
he's chubby. I'm trying to get him to get.
When he was chubby back then, he was so fat and cute.
He weighs 40 weighs.
Wait, that's what you was talking about?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get him to start working out. He's been doing some track stuff, him and my niece.
Okay.
So they've been getting more active. That's why I'm trying to be around more because, you know, I've been getting back, trying to get the weight some more because I done let myself go a little bit too.
Well, let me know because I got a trip to plan for. I gotta be supreme for this.
Yeah.
CP3, personal fitness trainer.
Nah, I ain't doing no training. But I know some trainers.
No, we gonna work out together.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some shit. Cause I gotta get. You know, I'm not in style no more. You know, I can't. You know, I can't get.
You're
no
not
action.
in style no more.
I can't get no action in my own state no more. Man. I gotta start importing females to my style.
Importing?
Yeah.
You do realize that sounds like sex trafficking, right?
No, that's consensual.
Well,
You sure about that?
They get on the plane by themselves. Nobody makes it.
From Indiana?
I got them trained to go to Indiana. But yeah, I used to have to bring in females.
I bet you she'll get on the plane to see you though.
I mean,
right now.
Regret, hindsight is 2020. Fuck up a good thing, it's hard to go back, and especially being a Scorpio. Once I fall out of love or don't have no feelings for you no more, it's
well, let me ask this question. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Minds want to know.
Mhm.
How do you make a Scorpio fall out of love?
Oh, it's very easy. Because we tell you what to do and what not to do.
But what if they don't tell you? What do I do?
But I'm like I told you, I'm a good Scorpio. I'm not like those typical Scorpios that make you try to play the Jedi mind game and figure out what the fuck they
So
want.
that's a Scorpio thing to do.
Yeah, that's definitely a Scorpio thing. Because we're introverts, but we're extroverts. When we're in certain situations, we internalize a lot. So it's hard for us to open up and actually expose and tell our real feelings. We like for the person to try to, if they are connected to us, they would figure it out. Because with us, when we are connected to someone, even if the person doesn't tell us what's wrong, we pretty much know what it is because we feel that connection to that person. And that's the gift and the curse for a Scorpio because we expect that from someone else. But unless you're a Scorpio, you can't do that.
Well, no, I'm not a Scorpio, and I can usually tell when something's wrong with a Scorpio. It's just that because I know a few Scorpios, okay, and I noticed that if something's wrong, and I know what's wrong, and I try to talk to them about it, they still like, ain't nothing wrong.
But you gotta get, because we have to be ready to open.
Oh, I don't got time for that.
See, that's the thing. With us, you have to we're very patient to a point, especially when it comes to our feelings and our heart.
Mm-hmm.
If it's somebody we really fuck with, and we know that because we understand, because we go through shit and it takes us time to process, and we're not ready to talk when necessarily somebody's ready to listen. It takes us time to process and to get our emotions and our words together because we're an emotional creature, and we will say some shit that will have you contemplating suicide to you if you come at us the wrong way, because we that's the way we are. We love hard, but when we want our space, we want our space.
And y'all evil? Is that what you mean?
We do have evil tendencies, but if you don't channel that energy in the right way, it can be very harmful to someone that's not capable to handle that. I've learned that in my history because I've damaged a few young ladies in my past.
Really? Oh my goodness. I never thought that would ever happen. Oh my God.
Hey, but I've been man enough to call and apologize once I
you
realized.
did. That's nice. Once you how long did it take you?
Sometimes it took me a while to realize. It took me like 4 years for one chick. But, when I realized the role I played into, I would always say, they were crazy or, this or that. But,
they were crazy.
I mean, they were, but I had to see the buttons that I was pushing to make them help show their craziness.
I was about to say, they probably went off.
They was crazy, huh?
I mean, like, one time I went out of town, I forgot to bring my phone. This is before phone chargers was everywhere. You could buy them, at the grocery store for $5, then $7 for $5. I left my charger at home, so my phone died.
Of course.
When I got back in town,
she broke up with you and killed you in her mind.
Oh my God, I had like 100 and something missed calls, like 60 voicemails, all of them with different personalities. One of them was caring, one of them was some suicidal, one of them was homicide. I'm like, what the fuck?
Did you fuck another girl on your trip?
I actually did not.
I'm about to say. I thought he was going to
actually, that was one of the first times I went out. That was one of the first trips I took to Virginia Beach. And
It was one of the first ones you took, and then you were faithful.
Same thing. Because I didn't know nobody down there.
Still don't believe you.
No, I didn't.
And I wasn't the girl that, you know, was going through that, and I don't believe you.
All we did that weekend was get fucked up.
So, meaning you could have smashed and you don't remember it. Okay, gotcha.
No, I'm saying that we didn't have a chance to smash it.
No, you've had a couple of stories that said that you don't know if you hit or not because you was too fucked up.
Oh, no, it was all just fellas to take. It was my first time down there. Everybody's getting to know me. So.
And all the fellas were there, and nobody brought a girl over.
Yeah, they didn't know if I was going
Let me say something. I used to, no, their females have friends. So, yeah, I don't believe you. And the reason why I don't believe you is because on top of that, I used to live down there, so I kind of know.
This is my first trip down there, so they didn't know me from Adam, so they weren't going to just bring that random girls from a dude from DC, but black suburban sitting out with a system and rims, and
yeah, but
they weren't going to bring their females.
They can bring other females that are not their women around to chill with you or to talk to you.
Well, I had already took one of the other dude's girls when I was down
Well,
at the time.
guess first of all, stop being a thought, and maybe things will go your
I
way.
was a different person then. If I saw a female that was with a dude that I didn't feel that he deserved to have her, I wasn't.
Didn't feel. Oh my God.
Hey, look, you can look at the chick and look at a dude and be like, nah, she's too fine for me.
Oh.
You know you do it. Same thing about it, the dude. She like, oh no, he don't do. She shouldn't be with him. She not fine enough for him. You know you made that.
I'm not so mean.
So you just throw knives instead of throwing daggers.
I don't throw knives. If you throw a knife, you might not get it back. No, thank you. Care to say anything else?
I'm gonna do that one. That means you surgical and aim.
I don't understand.
When you throw it out of emotion.
No.
You just mad.
No.
See, you're calculated.
No, it's called blackout, but even if you black out, you still know what you're doing.
Black out if you say you said blackout.
No, it's a blackout because there's some pieces missing.
That means it was plain.
No, it's some pieces missing. If you black out, pieces are missing.
I'm gonna let you know that when I get angry, sometimes I black out and stab people, but I don't remember. That's not a defense.
I remember part of it. See? But not a lot of it.
Selective amnesia.
No.
So you know what? I would be reminiscent because I actually have some rest in peace shout outs that I didn't give.
Okay.
My cousin Viola, today is her birthday actually.
Okay.
I was happy scrolling on Facebook, and then my grandmother Virginia. So to make this story to make sense, I have 3 grandmothers.
Okay.
My father's mother, who is still alive, Grandma Jones, and then my mother was raised by Miss Fisher, who we call Mommy, is my grandmother, but her biological mother is my grandmother Virginia.
Okay.
And her birthday, I believe, was the 12th.
That's my dad.
It's dad's birthday.
Because we have so many birthdays. August is like the most convoluted month of birthdays for my family because the 19th is my cousin's birthday, Ursula. That's the young lady's mom who came to get the mail.
We saw it earlier.
And then the 17th is my father's birthday. And he's a twin, so it's my father
and uncle.
Yeah. So real quick fact: my uncle and my father's a twin and my mother's a twin. That's why I don't have kids. Yeah, I'm a middle child.
You won't mess around and have quadruplets.
Yeah, see, that shit's scary. That shit's too scary.
Well, my cousin, her mom's a twin and her husband's a twin. And they have 6 children. None of them are twins. And I'm like, you guys are really bold.
Yeah, I would have stopped after 1.
Like, really.
With my luck, I'd had 4, and I'd be like, what the fuck? They're like, what's your name? This, that,
oh,
you,
no, but that's
him.
what you do. All the kids' names start with M, and they have a number behind them.
Yeah.
And 1 through 6.
Yeah, I would just, I'd be like, look, I'd be mad because I know they would have my mouth, and I'd be like, go home, and they'd be like, you're our father, we live here.
Marshall 3. Like Marshall 3. So they incorporate the number in it.
Yeah, like all their names start with an M.
So like
they
M1
say
come
M
in.
and then it's 1 through 6. So M1, M2, M3.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not their actual names,
But that's what they be nicknames.
Yeah.
Like M1, get your ass over here.
Right.
M2, sit down.
They got
M3,
different
shut up.
names, and they're all starting with M's. But I know you drunk. You're not gonna realize.
No, I just that's why they asked me.
What, 6 kids?
Yeah.
Like I said, I be like that's been my biggest fear for the last 10 years.
You can't just beat one of them. You gotta beat all of them.
In my house, I mean, I have my sister's 4 and my 2, so I had 6 kids in my house before, and yeah, everybody gets blamed on stuff. And
Yeah, I mean,
I've had moments where I flipped out on everybody except for the 2 little ones because the situation didn't.
But I can't send the ones that's mine's home. That's the problem.
You say what?
I can't send the ones that are mine's home.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When I had my sister's 4 living in my house and my 2, I mean, there was nowhere for them to go.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and there was a time like I would like, you know, hit 3 of them to the body, you know. The other 2, they got their little tail beat or something.
Sounds like Fight Club. First we about Fight Club, we don't talk about Fight Club.
Like it's been some situations, you know. And that's when I was working at the place we both worked at. Yeah. And
the trigger word.
It was convenient for me when people would give me boxes of stuff because I had 6 kids at the house. And guess what? I came to work every day and I seemed very sober and sane, right?
For the most part.
Yeah, with 6 kids and going through a situation. You know, going through a divorce. Let me just be real. Be candid about it. Going through a divorce and 6 kids in my house.
She don't have no charges that I know of.
I don't have any charges.
On the record.
No, I don't have any charges at all. Like I didn't have to wipe no slate clean or nothing.
You say that because it's white and they can't find out.
Because it's even if it's white, people can find out. Hello, did you forget who I used to work for? We could find out.
No, but you
So
claim
yeah.
that it's a setup. It's
You said what?
You're using it as a catch-22. You're using the double.
No, I literally have no charges. You didn't ask me if I should have charges. You asked me, do I have any charges? I have never had any charges.
It's because like you said, you didn't used to work for.
And you forgot who my family is. Exactly. My whole family.
So you could have had charges. You just don't show up because people that you know. See, it's all coming out on the air, people. The lady.
Whatever.
You see how they, how they do, man. The rich and the royalty, they get away with stuff.
Well, I am a lady.
See?
Okay.
You admitted on camera.
No, I'm admitting that I'm a lady, but that does not mean. See, here's the thing. No, I'm gonna tell you off air because you want to try to judge me, and I don't have no charges. Let's just say that I don't have any charges. I've never been in jail. I've never been arrested for anything.
Have you ever stabbed?
That is not the question. I just don't have any charges. That's what you asked me. I already said you didn't ask if I should have charges. I said
that's a very incriminating since we're talking of incrimination.
Allegedly.
Since we're talking incrimination.
There's a couple people that allege that I stabbed them, but that I have no charges. So you can allege whatever you want.
So I know you didn't follow this CP3 because Wack 100, who's the game manager.
Oh yeah, there we go. I'm glad you brought that up.
Was on Academics podcast, and him and Tekashi 6ix9ine said that.
Nonsense. I was just talking about this.
So Wack 100 said that Tekashi really didn't snitch because he's a civilian, and he wasn't made to be in the street life.
Tekashi pretends he is, and he pretends that he is a little thug, and he goes to people's hood and talk trash. So guess what?
So my biggest thing about that is, and Wack 100, he's very controversial, but his opinion is his opinion. Right. Not saying he's right, not saying he's wrong, because this conversation is going to have 2 parts, but then we'll have to go into the Jim Jones wiretap part in a little bit later. Mm-hmm. But as far as what Tekashi was saying about him being a civilian, I disagree with that because if he was a civilian, then he should have acted like a civilian.
Amen. There you go.
There's a video of him putting a hit out on Chief Keef with his man Cooter, and there's a video of that. So that's not what a civilian does. There's a video of him saying, "Suck my dick. Ain't nobody out here going to test my gangster." All this other stuff.
He's pretending he gangster. So what civilian? First of all, when I hear that he was a civilian, that's funny to me. And the reason why I said that's funny to me is because
he ain't act like it.
Well, no. What's funny to me is technically every gangster is a civilian. Because where I come from in my background, people who are not civilians are in the military or the police department. So technically, you're a civilian. In a court of law, all of you are civilians. So whatever standard for a civilian is there. But when you pretend that you in a certain lifestyle, and then you go and snitch, you being fake. You're being fake. You go and snitch and you pretend that you in this lifestyle, ain't nobody gonna test your gangster. You tested your own gangster, and you let us know that you're not gangster by snitching. But before I go on with my rant, because you haven't gotten to the other part, because that's part of my rant too, but go ahead.
So I really think, like I said, there's been interviews. He was on the Breakfast Club. Ain't nobody gonna test my gangster. Like, when he had the little confrontation with Jay Prince Jr., just all types of stuff that, with real niggas that will really test your gangster. And the sad part is, they had to test your gangster because your own team kidnapped you.
There you go. They tested your gangster.
What does that say about your leadership?
What does that say about you as a person? Because they knew you wasn't gangster. That's why
they knew you was bitchman. They knew that you was only popping shit because we had your back.
And I'm really shocked at the people who are coming to his defense, because don't come to us and tell us you a made man and you back in Tekashi. You giving excuses talking about he is civilian. Whole time you know good and well there's a lot of people who come into the streets and they pretend that they something that they're not, and they get dealt with the way that they get dealt with.
So I can tell you, mafia niggas will not, Italian niggas will not accept that. He be dead. He be dead. He be dead.
Thank you.
Thank you. Real gangsters don't talk about being gangsters. If I'm gonna just go old school, go back and listen to the track Ghetto Boys, That Feels Good to Be a Gangster.
Of course, you would say that.
Right there, that track right there. If you're a gangster, you understand what's being said in that track. The fact that you're out here online, on social media, talking all this trash, you're the opposite of a gangster. Because gangsters don't make moves like that. They make calculated moves. They sit back in the cut, chill. They'll wait 5-6 years to get a motherfucker back. When I go buy you, they'll go buy you a beer. Go out, party.
You say you will or they will?
That's what they would do.
That's what they would do or what you would do? I'm sorry.
No, we're talking about gangsters.
No, but you said okay. You thought that was gonna slide back?
I identify with some of the things I'm talking about because I've had to do some things that.
Because you were what?
No, I'm not a gangster. That is not me.
But you just said a gangster ain't gonna say that they a gangster, so there you go.
I'm just saying. If you're a gangster, you make calculated moves. You don't say dumb shit. You don't antagonize people and make yourself look hot and make things situated down. So the fact that you're out here saying you're a gangster already shows that you're not a gangster. And, showing that he wasn't built for that life, Like I said, I have a past and the stuff that I was doing, if I got caught up in, I did the crime, I'm gonna do the time. So there was
right.
And if you out here, talking that shit and not walking, then the real folks are gonna call you out, and you might not survive it. So the fact that he's coming to his defense, I don't know if he, gave him some money to try to save his life because he's getting real death threats, and folks are really coming for him, which they probably should. But
But I'm sorry, I'm not giving. I'm gonna hold people accountable. I'm not giving Tekashi no pass talking about he a civilian.
So
nah.
Like real talk, like my family has been locked up. Like one of my uncles was part of the original Supreme team with Fat Cat. My brother has been incarcerated. Both these dudes have always held their tongue. That's gangster to me.
But my thing is, at the end of the day, you did what you did, Tekashi. You said what you said, Tekashi. You can say anything and everything that you want in life. Sometimes when you say certain things, there is
consequences
to your actions and to your words. So if somebody come at Tekashi, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Because, and I'm not gonna defend him because I've seen him go live, pull up in a hood, purposely when ain't nobody on the block. Purposely, like you are on the block at 4 o'clock in the morning, when you know if anybody is there.
Like he took Chief Keef baby moms shopping because to get back at Chief Keef, but then he got mad when niggas fucked his baby moms. When his own team fucked his baby mom. Let me just be specific.
But because they know that here's my thing. If your own team is disrespectful to you like that, that's because they know you. They know you're not gonna do nothing. They know that.
Dog, he's the same size as my niece. She's 16. Same body weight.
Wears rainbow colored hair. Who's about to take you serious? Who is about to take you serious, sir? So at the end of the day, I feel like that's stupid. And then we about to talk about the Jim Jones thing.
So he turned. So in the midst of the argument and stuff, and he's getting mad that people's calling him a rat, even though he's done the video in which he put a rat head on. Like, you're a rat, embrace it. So, but then he's mad people call him a rat. So then he was like, well, Jim Jones is on wiretap, and he was never arrested because all these other people, Kuda B, Mel Matrix, all these other people who was part of the RICO case was arrested. So now he's literally dry snitching on Jim Jones.
He's saying Jim Jones is a snitch. But you snitching in the process. Like, I don't understand. So in order to prove that you're not a snitch, you snitch. That don't make sense. Because like you say, he dry snitching on Jim Jones.
Yeah.
No, you're snitching on Jim Jones, or you think you are, because we don't really necessarily know what happened in that situation, whether Jim did it or not. But at the end of the day, your response to people calling you a snitch is to snitch. That makes no sense to me.
So really, it doesn't. And then his thing was, and a lawyer had actually broke it down. He was like, the reason why Jim Jones is not locked up is because he made statements, but he worded it carefully, right. And nothing happened to Tekashi.
All in how you say it.
Yes. So saying, oh my God, that dude's wild, you got to take out the dirty laundry. We know he means you got to put a hit, but
but you can't hold that up in court all the time.
But that's not, you know what I'm saying? So he worded it to, these niggas might be listening, so let me just say, y'all got to take that boy out.
Don't say things a certain way.
I can say take that boy out means a lot of things. It can mean kill him or take that nigga to dinner.
Right. And you can argue that, but if you don't have enough to come at him legally, you won't leave him alone. Because you're going to waste the court's money trying to prove something off an assumption.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, a lot of times when you got a wiretap, right? You got all these people on the wiretap, and everybody's not going to get locked up. Everybody's not. That's on the wiretap. I could be on somebody's wiretap. Matter of fact, I am. However, I wasn't a part of what was going on.
They're going to investigate you, and then they clear you if you don't have any ties to whatever.
Or if they can't prove that you have ties. That's the thing. The burden of proof is on them.
Well,
if they don't feel like they can prove that, then they're going to leave you alone.
Well, normally they get their wiretaps with the feds, especially if I thought conspiracy and try to get you in the hole.
Well, see, the reason why I'm on the wiretap is because of there was a person that I was talking to. They were investigating him, not me. You see what I'm saying? And my conversation with him, they probably listening to, if they were listening, they were probably laughing. You know, like I had nothing to do with what was going on. Matter of fact, during that time frame, the things I said to him were not flattering to him. Okay. But
damn, they got you on the WhatsApp shitting on a nigga.
Yes, they really do. Like me going in And
damn, that's rough.
so the people listening, I'm sure they were like, dang, laughing.
But
But
she heartless.
yeah, I have reason to be though.
It's like I bet you one dude was like, yo, put this shit down. You gotta listen to this shit.
Right.
I'm tired of her listening to go in on this nigga.
I'm sure people were listening to a lot of stuff. But with that said, I'm on a wiretap, but I'm not involved. And if I was involved, they had nothing to prove that I was involved. So therefore, guess what? I'm not affected. They didn't even come ask me any question. They didn't come knock on my door. They didn't do anything. So, I only knew I was on the wiretap because he went in court, and then he told me, and I was like, "Oh, that's."
You see the paperwork?
Huh? Did I see? You saw it.
No, they had me on wiretap.
Mm-hmm.
So funny. This is a true story. This is funny as shit. I didn't think about it at the time. But now I look back, I was like, these motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
So I was changing jobs. I was thinking about changing jobs. So I was working at this place, and they was gonna set up a cell phone store. But the way that they set it up and the system they were using, like, this shit is ghetto. So I was like, nah, just keep the job I got. Mm-hmm. So I went there for like 3 days, never came back.
Right.
So I remember I was using my Wi-Fi. And when I was on my Wi-Fi, it scans available Wi-Fi for you.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was like Secret Service van. And I ain't think nothing of it.
My sister names hers that on purpose.
And I was like, what the fuck a Secret Service van is doing here? So 7 years later, my brother got locked up. And while he's locked up, he tells me, oh, yeah. They tell him, they say something to the equivalent of, damn, why couldn't you be like your brother? Like, what the fuck you mean? Your brother, he just goes to work and go home.
Yeah, because they was watching. They was watching him, they was watching you.
Yeah, so he's on wiretap. Yeah. And then eventually, I think a year after his case, we all got letters in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
And said, hey, by the way, you on wiretap.
Yep. Well, for me, I didn't get a letter because they couldn't notify me. I mean, they couldn't find me.
I mean, they sent it to the mailing address.
They didn't have my mailing
address.
But they because the phone that I had at that time.
For the government?
No, it was
a burner?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I can have on a burner. Mm-hmm. So they didn't have my information. But he knew. He found out. Not really going to sleep on the subject.
I don't think you
that
can.
You on the wiretap? We already. If we are on the wiretap,
yeah, we know you better. We know the dirtiest nigga that at the table is looking at that's gonna be judgmental on us. Like I ain't never nothing. Man, come on with that bullshit. Son.
Look, I just sat here and said I don't have no charges, but I was on wiretap, so there you go.
I ain't got no charges. Yeah, I was on the wiretap.
Damn. Right. So but it's funny because they knew my name, my first name, because of the conversation, but they didn't know anything else about me. So even if they would have a difficult time finding me if I was part of it.
Oh man. I guess we'll wind the show down because CP3 sweating like a motherfucker over here. We talking about live. Like an old lady.
Some things were transpired.
Yeah, I bet they did.
You got in your face.
Some things you can't bring up because it's still an investigation.
Legend. I watch my back. I don't know, man.
You think they're gonna kick in some doors?
I don't know, man. I hear a knock on the door earlier, dog. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I mean,
man.
please knock on my door too. I'll tell y'all about that later.
Anytime I ain't got it.
So CBD, what you got going on Monday, man?
Monday night, we covering the Washington football team and their previous game against the Patriots and their upcoming game against
Yeah, you have.
Baltimore next year. I think it's AFC.
It's one of them.
What is AFC gonna be?
Wait, did you hear this? He said, I think it's Baltimore or one of the AFC teams.
Baltimore next week. I can't
The battle of the Beltway?
Yeah, they always played them last week at
Nigga, you the sports guy. What the fuck is going on?
I'm trying to help him.
I'm at the bottom of these bottles, man.
But I feel like at the end of the show, like I always be like, yeah, and this. I be trying to help him.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll be going over recapping that Patriots game and looking forward to the next upcoming preseason game. And just getting ready for the season. Mentioned cuts to Kelvin Harmon, Lamar Miller, and Chris Miller, the defensive back. I just saw that when I was scrolling on my phone. So they're at the 86-man roster. They have to be down to 85 players by the 17th. So they have one more player to cut. Curtis Samuel was cleared from the PUP list. I just saw that earlier also. So he's scheduled to practice. Whereas Coach Rivera said he wants to try to get him a couple of reps, in the offense before the season starts. He knows the offense coming from Carolina, the offense they ran. Scott Turner's coordinator.
Right.
So yeah, we'll talk about that and talk about the Nats rebuilding season. I put out the video to salute the 2019 World Series. To give some folks something to look at because lately, it's not been too pretty for the Nationals. So we'll be covering that. Might see if we can throw some boxing in there. I'm gonna holler at Paul, the boxing guy, depending on the Army of Kids, let them get on the air. They have a lot. Nah, I tell him that on the air. I told him the Army of Kids, man. He got like 7.
About as much as you.
Not on the record. He got pictures of his on his page. My nieces and nephews and great nieces. That's it, man. I swear I ain't got
Niggas ain't no pictures of kids on my page.
Yeah, it's with my great nieces.
That don't mean you ain't got them. I know a lot of people know her pictures.
I know that too, but I ain't got nothing. Like I said, my pull-out game is spectacular.
That's what you're going with. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's right now. I ain't got nobody popping up on me telling me, hey, you my dad. No, I ain't.
One day you gonna
Tune in next week.
Like Ancestry or 23andMe. Well, no, 23andMe say it's up to the government. We're gonna get you on Ancestry, and then I bet you it's gonna say relationship father, and they gonna be like, oh yeah, that's my daddy.
Hey, I always wanted a kid. It ain't never happened, so I won't be mad. As long as I get that child support.
Look at this, why you scared?
Hey, man.
You okay?
All right.
Trying to see how old he is. He playing ball, needs some help. Get him in the NFL.
Wait, where? Park next in the park lot.
Be his manager, be his agent. But yeah, we just covering the DC sports team, getting ready for another football season around the corner.
Right.
Hockey season's around the corner. I was actually watching some Caps hockey the other day on DVR. I'm kind of confused about the whole hockey team. They basically got the same roster from last year. Yeah. So I mean, it's Laviolette first year, so I'm guessing you think he can prove with the players that he has. We're going to see what happens. Ovi re-signed, got Oshie, Backstrom, we got the whole core coming back. So. Right. Yeah, we're going to see what happens. And like I said, the Nationals, they are where they are right now. Definitely going to get better sooner than later.
And watching that football team is ramping up.
Oh,
and just to make sure that it's known, they do play the Ravens at the last preseason game, but next game is the Bengals. But that's okay.
I knew it was an AFC next. I put the Browns with the Bengals.
Are you drunk, sir?
I'm drunk, ain't I?
It's all right, sure.
Yeah, things happen. It's for live TV, man. That's how it goes. Yeah. Yeah, they got the Bengals, who they might be a little salty with Chase Young punished their quarterback last year. Oops. And he had a season-ending injury in that game. The Washington football team definitely went through the look like in the second week. First week they looked okay, had some good, some bad. Definitely gonna see what they do this week against the Bengals. Right. And then like I said,
And then the
regular
Battle of the Beltway is after that.
Yeah, that's gonna be the last game to see who gets cut and makes the 53-man roster coming down from 86. So yeah, it's gonna be some very interesting cuts, and I definitely want to see what they look like with more time on the field. I'm thinking they're gonna get more time in week 2 than they will in week 3, because week 3, like I said, it'll be for the final cuts and everything. So this one should probably be the longest dress rehearsal for the starting offense. So we'll see Fitzpatrick out there. So we'll maybe see Curtis Samuel, but doubtful he might get in the last game just to get some reps. So football season's right around the corner, so stay tuned, man. DC Sports about the politics. It's not.
No, I see you sober up when you talk about football.
He does.
Say what? I do.
Well, my question is dress rehearsal.
Dress?
That's what it is, basically. Because it's dress rehearsal for the season, because it's basically the last action of starters.
Act like they on Broadway.
I know.
No, I mean that's when you're in the mix, that's what they call it, because that's basically this the last time they're going to play.
I mean, that's what you call it.
Two more
that's what the players call it.
I mean, according to you, when you're selling cars, you're on the block. So.
But they in dress rehearsal.
Yeah, that's what they call it, because that's
they
the
have
last
2
time.
more.
Yeah, but they're not going to play. The starters aren't really going to play in the last game. It's most going to be the guys that's going to be in the bubble. Yeah, so it's basically their last time going up against another team where it doesn't count against them on the record for the regular season. And they have the Chargers on the first week, and the Chargers are deciding to rest most of their starters through the whole preseason, which Coach Rivera came out and said that he thinks is a bad idea, because that's actually what the old coach used to do and what he did last year, and he saw the adverse effects of doing that with no preseason game. So
they come out as trash.
Yeah, so I feel like I said, the Washington football team should go 3-1 in the first 4 games, get off to a good start with that tough schedule that they have.
Good start.
Good aim. Trying to say 2 words at once.
Nope, we know this.
I'm trying to make it through.
Yeah, it's close.
I know, but I'm still know what the fuck I'm talking.
Nigga, you about to go when you leave here. You about to go find somebody and spend $40.
60 now.
Oh, you got gas.
Yeah. Oh, you already got gas.
Yeah, I got gas.
Yeah, so it's only 40.
Well, it depends on where they live, probably.
Well,
You gotta burn some gas to get there.
Well, he ain't gonna go that far. It's Capitol Heights.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, I ain't been over there.
Yeah, last time you was in Capitol Heights, you spent $40.
Shit, go.
Oh well, no, you gave a tip.
Yeah, I probably. I don't know. I'm probably going out. I got my dog in the house all day, so I'll probably go that way.
Okay, good job.
Yeah. Me working all the time. We be in the house, I feel bad leaving me all the time.
Yeah, I felt
You should
bad.
get him a bitch.
Try to, man.
You too.
Yeah, I know. Who you tell?
You need a man.
Combo.
You need to get a female that has a bitch.
See, the last time I did that bitch was crazy.
Which bitch?
The dog and the bitch.
So you and Taylor was like, really?
Yeah. You imagine being asleep in the bed and at 4 o'clock in the morning, her dog decided to jump in the bed because they used to sleep in the bed with her. Exactly.
What
She
color
white?
was she?
She's white.
Why we gotta bring the? What does that have to do with anything? We're talking about the dog.
Nigga, she was white. She was white?
Yes, she was.
I know, we already know
I mean,
it. Next question.
Exactly. That's why I didn't have the dog. My dog has never been in my bed.
I hope not.
My dog was used to sleeping in my bed. Like, well,
I hope not, because nigga, if
not
your dog is laying with you, that's bestiality, nigga. That is not a girl.
My couch, you don't get on my bed. I don't play nothing.
I'm with you. I'm the same.
You know, tell a gangster. Tell ain't sleeping in nobody's bed. And he don't play well with others, apparently.
He actually stopped fucking around because of her relationship with her dog. I had to let it go, man. Yeah, that shit was crazy. He was fine as a motherfucker, though, but crazy as a motherfucker.
You ain't want to share. You ain't know what you were. You just thought you were gonna be drunk one night and stick it in the wrong hole.
Nah, I was actually about to get something when the fucking dog jumped in the bed.
Wait, you thought this was the whole tone?
Yeah, because I was about to get some.
You was real mad?
Yeah, because the old boy was ready.
He's still mad.
I hate disregarded nuts, man. That's a waste, man. You can't get them back, man. That was a good nut that was gonna be had. Dog, they got fucked up because of a dog. Nah, fuck that. You treasure those times.
That could have been your son.
You know what I'm saying?
What you
could have had me a nice little mixed baby.
Well, see, All
right, this show's going to have.
Stop talking.
Let me into that. Can you say, Wes, what you got going on for the rest of the week?
So I do want to I forgot to give an update. I talked to you guys about a distillery that is from the ground up, and I'm one of the founding members.
Yes.
To help out. They did their demo day, so they are in the process of getting things together so they can open.
So once they open, we definitely want to do a show there.
So producing alcohol is officially linked to your name.
First of all, I was a bartender, wine consultant, and and it's a black-owned business, so that's
Definitely, we definitely want to support that.
in Maryland. So
Yeah, we definitely do. We can mobilize the studio. It's easy.
yeah.
It's easy.
And we don't really get a lot of that type of stuff in PG County.
Yeah.
There are some in Brandywine, like distilleries and wineries, in Brandywine, but like this is Upper Marlboro, so it's like whoa, in PG County, not even on the edge. So that's exciting.
So maybe when they actually have the official opening, we'll bring the camera out and stuff. Just even if we don't able to film, we'll be able to take pictures and stuff.
Yeah,
You know.
that'd be good. And then I can get my picture of my lady, on the wall. What? Why are you so shady? Oh, smashing my eyes.
You sound shady, nigga.
Shady boots. But so there's that. And then I have a wedding to go to. Congratulations to my friends Randy and Melvin. Getting married this upcoming Saturday in South Carolina, so I'm taking the truck down there.
What part of South Carolina?
Myrtle Beach. Wow. Was you gonna try to ride down there with me so you can go visit your kids?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I was only 15 last time I was in Myrtle Beach.
50 people can have children in
I wasn't South Carolina.
see?
But I was actually in.
So your oldest might be in South
No, I was actually in Charlotte, but I ran to South Carolina.
When you was 15?
No, I was working for a certain company. I was down there for training, and I ended up going to South Carolina. That one of the nights I was down there.
Oh, okay. So that was when in your 20s?
Yeah.
So roughly like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
What about when you were 16? You was down in Myrtle Beach when you were 15?
Yeah, I was on a family vacation and I ain't had time to wait.
Oh, you didn't sneak away?
Nah.
Okay,
Not that year.
I was still.
I was gonna say it's your oldest down there, but so
I'm still living right.
So when I go down, I'm gonna look for like a 20-year-old, right?
I mean, you can look, but I don't think you're gonna find. Ain't gonna be no chinky eyes, tattoo dudes with bad feet.
Oh, you gotta
ain't gonna be. Are you sure?
I mean, if they got chinky eye and bad feet, that's right. They gotta have tattoos. That's a dead giveaway right there, nigga. Nigga named Foots.
DNA ain't gonna match, man.
Nigga, any chinky black eyed nigga named Foots that at 25 should be legally your son.
That's just a coincidence.
Nigga, please.
That's just cool.
Well, I'll be down there. I'll look out for you. Don't worry. And then other than that, and just an update, my daughter just went through her first tropical storm down in Florida. So
I'm scared.
she wasn't scared, but she was like over prepared. Like she was making it seem like she was like it was like a Cat 5 hurricane about to come through there. She was like, oh yeah, so I have everything set up and cause I told y'all she got like a really big apartment, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So one of her bathrooms doesn't have a window or anything. She was like, I got stuff set up in there and I'll go in there and I have like my snacks and things I might need. And then I packed the bag just in case I need to leave. I was like, you act like it's a Cat 5 coming. This is a tropical storm.
What is she young?
She been through those things.
Oh, well, you know, she's just extra.
But she just going through this for the first time on her own. So, and you know, she saw like over the years, like depending on the storm, how I made it.
Yeah.
So she just went overboard with it.
So
bless her heart.
She carries blades too.
Actually, yeah, she does.
So
and pepper spray.
So next week is the last show of the month. Because the 28th and the 29th will be in Richmond. They're doing a comedy event, and I'll be taking pictures. Hopefully, CP3.
Yeah, I'm looking to close 2 more sales this week. Once I get my bag, so to speak, I'll be making arrangements to get down to the 28th. Even Wide Range Entertainment hit me up. I'm gonna cop my tickets. I just gotta secure. I get my check first. Once I get my check, then I can. Yeah.
So yeah, he actually commissioned me to take pictures of the event and even videotape and stuff like that. So we're gonna definitely do that.
Well, if you go, let me know.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make it. I'm working on some of the DJ and stuff. So I'm checking out the video.
So and then I'm lining up some guests for the month of September.
Right. And I'll be here the whole month, guys.
So
I don't like the way you looked at me.
So y'all can't see who the audience can't see who the sign. So one of the sponsors from Nights Pro Cleaning, my brother Ronald Giovanna is in the building. He owns his own business out in Delaware. He's one of the sponsors of the show. And always salute to a black man doing good.
Indeed. Black business, for real.
So we're gonna
and black alcohol too.
Uncle Nearest.
I didn't say I was drinking Johnny.
You said Jim
Beam. I didn't say what was the one that stole. It wasn't Jim Beam.
Jack Daniels.
Right, but Jim Beam is so you can still get other stuff.
Man, so we gonna Americans in the shots, man. They here for the little shots for $1.50. I get that little song.
Well, they got some rock like that.
I told you, man, white. I told you this.
You and white liquor, but you and white liquor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See what that shit do to me? That's why I drink brown to keep me chill. See,
nigga, what a nigga. You type nigga to wake up to a bottle of Hennessy and kiss it.
I don't drink Hennessy. It's Remy, nigga. 1738. I don't drink Hennessy. Or XO.
Whatever, Fetty Wap.
Right.
What?
We about to get
you know what?
All the way off.
I was talking 1738 before that little nigga.
Why are you just so angry?
Because
do you know when he said 1738? Do you know what he's talking about?
It's not the liquor.
He's not talking about that.
I know.
He's not talking about Remy.
I don't give a damn.
He's talking about his label, right?
No, his whole crew. His crew. They call himself 1738.
You know
you fucking up because then they started buying 1738 and the price then went up. That's why I'm mad.
So you being selfish. Okay, got it.
Look, inflation is a real thing.
You know what?
Well, I told y'all what my son do.
What?
1738 in military time is 5:38.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he set alarms all over the house on the Alexa devices so that it can play that song at 1738 every day.
I thought you just he just
nonchalant on at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I'm so mad. I'm not telling him because he's too young to know about that song.
I know.
But I promise you, if that ever happens, I'm going to kill him. At 5 o'clock, you better not play that song.
You know what? I'm fucking with this one though because that's some shit I would probably do.
I'm gonna send him that trick on the link.
I would kill you too. And guess what? Guess who will be at your door at 5 o'clock in the morning? And with him, I'm like, oh, you think it's fun? But you don't got kids. You gonna take mine?
I take my dog out at 5.
But I would do shit like that. Like I'm a petty motherfucker. Like I once went to Philly and then I sent the nigga a picture of a cheesesteak.
Cause he asked you to bring one back.
No, because I was just being petty as fuck. I was like, yo, guess where I'm at? He was like, well, I'm on South Street. Take a look at this.
Oh, he does that.
Yeah. Petty as fuck. Petty as fuck.
Because I want to say he sent his father, like we were in Virginia Beach. Me and his father, we met when I lived down there. And so he lived down there, I lived down there. So like when he goes to different places that he knows his father likes or wants to go to, he'll take a picture.
So let me say how petty I am. And then I'm gonna play the Renegade song one more time tonight. Because it's so petty. When I was in Miami, right? So Hollywood, remember Hollywood from so he was supposed to go with us and he didn't go. So I tagged him in every picture.
Oh my God. Like he's there.
I was like, oh, we're at Wet Willie's.
He did that. You remember when he was here, he said he was going to go.
Yeah, he didn't go. So I was tagged, and Wet Willie's is his spot. So every time, wish you was here, bro. Where's Hollywood? I'm a bad friend, but
my son doesn't.
Like I'm petty as shit.
Y'all, I can see why you say you like him.
Yeah.
I'd be like, why are you sending me this? Because
A nigga gon' get it, we gon' start the day. Got a comfortable, go put that pump in your face. Ain't giving fucks cause I'm beating the case. Niggas be acting, that shit really stays. Don't care what you buy, I be stuck in my ways. Be stacking chips, take a dip with these lays. So on the move and ain't leaving the trace. I got that drip and I'm leaving the way. No corona, but that mask on my face. If I'm going broke, then I back up the weight. Clip up this 9, that's that new 48. Bite the hand that feed me if that touch my plate. Look at my schedule, it take up my day. But you fuck around, you find where you lay. Fuck your register, open the safe. Have you hurt and taking shots like I'm Clay. Leave your chick alone like she was a stray. Got that shit on like I'm wearing a brace. Got these feds like I'm doing a race. Shine on them, then they throwing you shade. Give you broke advice, they knowin' you paid. Then they bugging till you spraying the braid. Young nigga, and I do got it made. Pussy niggas better go count your days. I'm a young nigga, I never go broke. Always been that dude that gave him hope. Living this life, I tell you, it ain't no joke. Nah. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am a GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT.
I'm just getting started on paving my way. I'm thinking about making a meal every day. Ain't talking food, already got me a plate. I'm making a meal of bags and crates. Wanna go to the hills and better my days, but I'm stuck in the hood with killers and caves. It's okay cause I told you I'm working on paving my way. Living that life, it was tragic. I'm really a superstar, no you can't catch me in traffic. Catch me in traffic, I'm blasting. I'm the one with all the blue hunters young nigga having. Niggas can't copy the fashion. Rockin' Celine with the fear God, this a new fabric. Do it for August and passion. Came a long way, now I'm shopping, I used to be crabbing. Fuck her then leave, I'm dipping and dabbing. I ain't got no time for the bitch doing the most. I'ma slide in that ride of a lot to go. In Miami to kick it with bras on the boat. I get that check then I go. I'm a tier 1 nigga, I'm labeled to go. Try and reach for this ice, I'ma make niggas float. Come and see if you want, bet I let niggas know.
I'm a young nigga, I never go broke. Always been that dude that gave him hope. Living this life, I tell you, it ain't no joke. Nah. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am a GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT.